shoot, I forgot one thing I always forget to do. Bear with me. Guys. I really do have to set up the different games for my setup. Where are we now? And there we go. All right, guys. How is it going today? So, we are back in our truck. We are going to be hauling a little bit. I know the last time we left off, we were actually in Eureka, California. Well, as you may be able to tell right on my GPS, we are no longer there. Unfortunately, it's due to I guess an update. You know how it happens whenever you save and then you leave and then you come back later to play and something detected, you know, the game detects something happened, so they reset you. That's happened to me today. So what we're going to be doing, unfortunately due to that, I was pushed back to Fresno, which is my home location for my business itself. And I actually jumped up to Medford, Oregon here. This was the closest one to the border that I can grab a load, and we're going to be heading back down to Eureka. And guess what we are hauling again? Actually, no. Last time we were hauling, I believe we were hauling... Oh, hello. We were hauling... Ooh, he's running doubles. A little laggy. Maybe it's me. I'm doing pretty good. We're actually going to be hauling, I believe we're going to be hauling, now it's on the tip of my tongue and I cannot remember what it was. It was pallets, that's what it is. We'll be hauling pallets today, or to Eureka, and then from there, we're going to be doing what I was hoping to do, or planning on doing this upcoming stream, is driving down the coast of California, because who doesn't like to see the West Coast as you're going down, seeing the ocean on your right as you're cruising down California. It is a nice drive. It's been a while since I've been able to do that, since all the new downloads. Yeah, I've been enjoying the newer scenery, but today I want to go back to the stomping grounds and check out the old area. So we do have a load all set. I am just going to be heading out now so we can we can get our load and get rolling. I'm not entirely sure what this guy is doing. Okay. I guess he is not taking off, so that gives us the ability to run around. Oh, don't back into me, buddy, because it's not going to end good for either of us. Actually, probably wouldn't end good for me. Alright, so it is a rainy day today. So, a little unfortunate, but no, nothing wrong in the end. We'll enjoy it. And it is nighttime, so throughout the stream we should be able to see some daylight, which will be nice. And we might get lucky, and that's when we're running down the East Coast as well. And we are running my the Kenworth W900 as well. We'll be driving this for a bit, and then it is the sleeper, so we'll be driving that for a bit, and maybe I'll change it up and go for the newer models, because I do have those as well. If not, I can always buy them. Steam offline. Oh, that's lovely. Although it does know who I am, so that's a good start. So at least we got in before Steam went offline. If it's on my side, I did get in. As long as we don't time out or anything like that, we should be good. Oop, low. So I hope everyone's doing good today. Hope you guys are enjoying the switch back over. I am looking at trying to change things, you know, like I've been saying. I'm rolling back. If you guys didn't tune in the other day, I did actually change things up a little bit. I did play a little Apex. If you guys don't know what that is, it is a battle royale game. It's a team-based game as well. It was a lot of fun. I actually was joined with what is that? Fire Night Hawk, which was fun. I've played with him a lot in that game in the past. He definitely showed how good he is and how much more work I need in the game myself. But it was a lot of fun. We actually got second place in one of the beginning ones, and the best part of that one was there was only 2 of us throughout that whole battle, and we didn't do too bad, which I thought was pretty cool. Then we had another friend of Fire Night Hawk join us and join in on a couple rounds there. So let's see if I can sneak. Yep. But it was just a random game that we decided, you know, I wanted to play a little bit different. Give you guys something else that we could potentially bring in if you guys are interested in watching as well. And I gotta get my load. Did I grab the wrong one? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Shoot. Hold on, bear with me guys. I hit this. It's in here. Seriously? Go figure. I lost my load. Alright, well. Unfortunately, I lost my load for some reason, so we're going to figure a way to get out of here. I've gone back there before, trust me, it does not work well. I did that. Alright, well, I'll have to back up here. Okay. So this is a great start of the day. Someone stole my load. Oh, there's a nice parking lot. We'll just back right into there. Oh, and I almost hit the pole. Even better. Got lucky on that one. Alright. So, since my load I did have is no longer there, we're gonna have to find another one. Lucky me. Oh, son of a gun. Alright, well. I see Indian GF. How's it going, man? Oh, I got my chat hiding over here. No wonder I'm not even seeing. How's it going, man? Let's see. Yes, guys, I am going to do my neat little trick, quote unquote. We're gonna sneak back to the garage. Just because, well, I don't have a load anymore. Switching over there. Let's do this. Oh, nope, I want trailer. I have this reefer, I'm gonna dismiss it. Okay. Load it back up. And the reason why I'm doing the reefer trailer, from my experience so far, it gets the most loads because I believe with the logic, it allows you to use get cargo that is for not only just reefer trailers, but as well as the isolating, the other trailers that do not need a refrigerated unit. So it kind of works out. It gives you a lot of loads pretty quickly, or more likely to have the loads you want to do. So with that, now let's see what kind of loads we can get here. Get Sacramento, Arizona. These are all inside. But we want to change up the scenery. We want to see the nice coast. So Phoenix. Yeah, I could probably run around. I'll show you guys the map and kind of show you what I could do. We could actually go out here and shoot down Interstate 199 down to the road, the interstate here, and just follow it all down 101 through and just kind of follow it down the coast here, which would be a lot of fun. But I want to see if I can get a load depending on what it is. So don't know if Indiana JF, are you still around, or did you sneak in and I missed you there? Let's see, Arizona, Sacramento, Portland, Oregon. These are up in Oregon. Yes, I think I lost that load, which stinks. But what we may do, maybe we'll just do what I was saying, and we'll just kind of... Do I keep on doing it? Could always grab a load like this. It is a long load. It is a nice paycheck. But we would just kind of do a nice little detour just to get the ability to actually do our load. And if I do lose a little money on it, it won't be the end of the day. I think I can handle it with the amount I have on my game or on my account. So why don't we just do that? We'll shoot in. If anyone's on here, should we sneak back into New Mexico? Run all the way across? See if anyone closes. So it's either, we'll go either Alamogordo, New Mexico, or we go to Las Vegas, Nevada. So let's see if anyone's got an idea. See what you guys think. There's no one saying, so you know what? I'm just gonna go for the long haul. We'll get a nice long road. I wish there was actually something down here to San Diego or El Centro. We're gonna grab one and grab this load, and then we'll shoot over to the sell goods. So, and I did get my audio kind of set up. I actually am working with some wireless headphones that we had around around the house here. So I'm working with that right now. But I'm noticing, you know, probably what a lot of people would say as well, but I am noticing some delay, which is kind of interesting, especially when you know you should be hearing a sound and it's not actually picking up. That little, you know, half a second to second delay because it's the, you know, the Bluetooth it's trying to sync up. That I'm kind of noticing, so it is I can see where people would prefer going wired over wireless. But it is nice to have a full headset right now, so it might be, I may actually end up going for a wired setup, just making sure I got a long enough cable for it. So we're going to the sell goods, which actually looks like someone else is joining me on this one. And we're gonna sneak in over here. Oh yeah, it's an interesting delay. So we'll throw our hazards on, figure out where he's going, and then we'll jump in and get our load. Ooh. So I am also looking at setting up a poll within the Discord channel. What this is going to be, you know, several different things. You know, I'll have a list of games, and we'll have a, you know, a followers game day where we'll actually allow the, you know, you guys actually select the game I get to play. I'll, you know, have a nice list of different games that I do own, and let you guys vote on which ones. And he is actually going to where I want to be. So what we'll do is go around the block. I think this one goes around the block here. So it should give him enough time to get his load and head out. And then gives us time to get ready to load up. Well, that's random. You usually see a trailer just randomly sitting on the side, or just out in the middle of the parking lot, like that. But you know, I guess they needed it out of there. And look how convenient it is. He is just heading out now, and we have a nice, easy way of getting in, which I love. I like being able to get in easy. So. Oops. We're gonna swing ourselves over, and I did not lift. Let's. Should really hope they are able to. I probably should do a couple some single player. Maybe we'll do that in a stream or so, and be able to do something like that. I am backing up it. All right, so I'm gonna park, shut off the truck, and get things loaded up. Once we get loaded up, we'll just check the load quick, make sure the truck is ready to go. We got our lights here. Do my nice inspection. Got my left turn signal. Okay. Hop back in. We'll start our right. That's working as well. Okay. All our lights are working, cool. And we should be good to go. You know, all our lines are hooked up. I did check my kingpin. Obviously we were driving around, but want to make sure it's all hooked up still after they've been bouncing around back there loading our truck up. All right, so actually, just so you guys get an idea of our load, we actually have 11 ton of household appliances, so this will be a lot of fun here. And let's get things rolling. And I am running solo today. Fortunately, the crew wasn't able to join in today. No, but you know, that's fine. They may, you know, they are more than welcome to jump in later on if they are able to. I love this rolling. But until then, we're going to be hauling all the way down to California. Ooh. Cutting it close there. And we're off. Oh, that's right. I wanted to do my map. So, I can throw my flashers on quick. I want to change up our map here. Nope, I want this one. Because we are actually going to do things a little bit differently, I want to actually switch things over. Like I said, I want to actually see the coast. So here we go. This is a nice run. They'll let us actually get to know a little Santa Maria here, because I haven't been there yet. And we could also go all the way down to San Diego. Why don't we do that? Oops. There we go. So we're literally running all the way down. And hey, look, I haven't found this place yet. Awesome. Well, I got some exploring to do in New Mexico still. All right, guys, we got our route. It is a long one, but hey, we're gonna have fun with it. And then it gives you guys a nice little view. Oh, it might help if I put myself in the proper gear. Should check to make sure we have enough fuel. Where's my fuel gauge? Okay, we got 3/4 of fuel, so we should be good for now. And we're sneaking over here. Just kind of slide down. We're gonna oop, someone got kicked. Yeah, I will say I am kind of doing my wide turns. And not really staying in that far right lane, just because I do like I never know when I need to get out of that right lane. So oh, got a light here. Ooh, I did stop. I'm a little bit out, but I'm still good. I gotta figure out what's triggering my mic sometimes. I may have to adjust that a little bit, because it seems like it's picking up more noise than it should be. Maybe if I move it back here a little bit. That might be a little bit better. And I am kind of curious if you guys can let me know in the stream. Sorry, guys. How my stream is running. I actually messed around with the settings. You may have seen me jumping in and out of stream in the beginning there, because I was trying to get my settings right, trying to improve the quality of them. So for a while I had it set. For those of you guys who are kind of familiar with the like streaming portion, I did have it set up using software, so essentially was using my CPU for all my encoding or decoding, whichever it is, for my streams. And I actually tried to get it higher quality because I would love to give you guys better quality streams. As well as, you know, make sure my computer's not overworking itself. So I did mess around with it a little bit, and I had pretty bad processor when I was doing medium. Had some rough CPU percentages, so I actually switched it off. I was messing around with it, but I was originally streaming at very high, which I noticed when I was going back to a lot of the videos and, you know, even kind of watching the streams, it almost felt like it was a little choppy or a little pixelated. And I was like, you know, it's not bad for getting started, but as I'm, you know, as I'm continuing on my streaming, I do want to make sure my quality, you know, improves over time and give you guys not only the best conversations, content, as well as, you know, and I also want to give you guys great view of what I'm doing in my streams as well. So I did mess around with it. I am now running on the I do have a NVIDIA card, so I do have NVIDIA have it on, I think it's NVEC is the setting, and I think I'm on very fast. I don't remember if I set it back to medium or very fast, but I'm gonna see how that works. I am running on a 1080 Ti, so it should be pretty good. I'm checking my CPU, which is actually running very low, about 2.4, 3.5 right now I'm seeing, which is really nice. I think on average I was reading about 10, 15 while I was streaming in the past, but that was with the software, what was it, software X264, whatever that label is. So definitely let me know. I'll also find out when I'm downloading my videos, because I do actually post them on my YouTube as well. So for anyone who hasn't been able to, this is gonna be fun. For those of you who haven't seen my past videos in the past 2 weeks, my past videos are posted on my YouTube channel as well. So you can definitely jump over there and view the past ones. You'll see we have a couple spin tires. You'll see me, one time I went on Euro Truck Simulator 2, as well as, you know, ATS, which is one of my favorite games I've been playing. You'll probably see me playing this a lot. It's a nice relaxing thing for me. Not for everyone. I know this game can be, you know, not everyone, you know, has the same enjoyment and relaxation as myself with driving a truck all over the place, but it is nice, fun, relaxing, and it kind of helps me, you know, get that little I get that little itch of what I enjoy. I'll turn off my headlights here while we're in the tunnel. What I do enjoy. I've been big on commercial trucks. A lot of people that know me definitely would agree. And just these games, I have a whole bunch of these games way back when I was a kid. Some of them don't work anymore due to obviously going from a 32-bit processor running where games, 16-bit, or games were running off 16-bit type memory. I think that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it was I know exactly where we are. I actually watched someone else streaming this and did a little tight turns on here. There's a couple good tight turns, and they flipped their truck, which was really interesting. And now that reminds me, I was supposed to set realism on my truck, or on my game too. Shoot. But yeah, this actually is an area that I have not traveled through yet. This is actually really cool. It's I believe this right here is a this is a like a state park or forestry area. So it's actually really cool to kind of see this. I wish you'd be able to go off to some of the side roads and deliver in here. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, we're just for those of you I'm doing, who are chiming in or kind of checking out, we are doing a detour route. And when I say detour, like very detour. Route from Medford, Oregon, all the way down to Alamordio, New Mexico. There's a lot of people over here for a late night walk. I figured they'd be closed. Probably shouldn't use my Jake brake because it is late night and I'm sure the animals would not appreciate it, so I probably should stop using that. I really do have to figure out what is catching my microphone's sound. So what I may do, just because I am noticing it a lot, I may, once I get out of here, I'm going to find there might be a pull off or something that I can do outside of here that I can figure out what's going on. I'm wondering if I had my audio setting, my gate set too low, and it's now catching the vibration of my steering wheel. So that may be my issue. Oh, okay. This is different. Okay, I can dig this. So it may be that. So let me guys, bear with me. Once I get myself on back on this interstate here, there's a gas station I could pull off quick, and I will do that, and then we can get things back up and rolling. Oh wow, that's one way. Yeah, I'll just go over to this truck stop over here. Hello, buddy. This looks like it's easy to get around, so let's go over here and let me get this audio fixed, because I feel bad for anyone, you know, for you guys listening to that. I want to get that rumble out of here. If that's what it is, that is. So let's sneak over here. Oh, this is a nice view. So maybe I'll just park on the side over here and block everyone's view so you guys can check this out while I go fix my my audio here. Okay, so oops, don't want to do that. I'll jump out. You guys can see the nice beach over here. And let me jump out of here quick. All right, so this should be better. Alright, so that should be pretty good. We'll try this out, see how it goes, and then, let's see. Sorry guys, if you hear that scratching, it's me moving my mic a little bit. What's really interesting is I do have this set so it's not facing where my controller is. And it is a condenser mic, and it does have, a focal point, so it must be catching some ambient noise, unfortunately. So I'm hoping as I move my mic away from my steering wheel but keep it near my face will be good. So we'll try this out and kind of go from there. So isn't that a nice view? If only it was daylight though, you know. Alright, we're off again. This was a nice little pit stop, and you know, I'll be honest, I never even knew this was here. I'm glad we had that issue, because now I have a nice little spot. I know this little area now. See, another place I would love to visit in the game is Route 66. I've never been there in real life. You know, I don't know, I'll be honest, I do not know the history, really the history about Route 66, but it's definitely an area that I know is a very scenic thing. I believe it was one of the original highways that spanned across, you know, a state, and then, oops, don't want to do that. And it was kind of replaced by the major highways that you see now. I don't know which interstate that runs through now, but that used to be a major, artery in that area. So, oh wow, there's a lot of parking areas we can go to as well. So, one of my plans with while I'm during my streams is actually to check it out with you guys. And I'd like to see a bunch of different areas. So if you know of like a nice little landmark area that you want to check out, want to see with us during the stream, feel free to let me know. You can send it in the chat, or if you join, I gotta turn off my low beams. Don't know why he has his flashers on, because he's not hauling an oversized load, but hey. Or you can actually join my Discord, ! Discord in the chat box, or in the chat itself. You can actually get, ooh, my apologies guys. You can actually get a link to my Discord channel there, and you can join in and be able to, send messages and stuff like that as well. It is a work in progress channel. I will let you guys know. Always looking for improvements, looking for ideas as I build this community. And my goal for the community as I'm driving off the road is actually, I enjoy simulations. I know there's a bunch of different people who do as well. And this is the community I would love to be able to set forth of getting involved of simulation-based games. Whether it's trucking like this is one of my favorite genres to get involved in. Flight sims. I personally do have a few flight sims. It's been a while since I played them. I actually downloaded DCS World. Never touched it yet, but it's something that I'd be interested in trying out. I have heard that it's very difficult, because you need to know exactly what you're doing to get that plane off the ground. But it'll be kind of fun to get involved as well. But you have flight sims, you have a bunch of single player games as well. Mechanic simulators. Oh, I can't forget farming sims that I also own. I'll be honest, I got 13, 15, 17, and 19. Really enjoyed them. I lived in a country area since I was a kid. Never actually worked on the farm, but it's definitely a hard working job. For the farmers out there, you guys work your butts off, and do appreciate it. And I'd like to kind of learn. A lot of these simulators I use as a learning experience in a way. Try to learn something new, like the trucking games. I have experience in driving some trucks, 18-wheelers. No, I've never done it in real life. I do have my commercial license for straight trucks, so I can drive like dump trucks, garbage trucks, straight style trucks without heavy trailers, I should say. So I do have that, but I haven't actually driven a 18-wheeler, which I would love to do. That would be actually really fun to do at one point in my life. You never know, maybe I'll be able to do it. And I even told people, that might be something I'll do when I retire. But until then, I didn't get a buzzer, so I'm assuming they're closed. Woohoo! Guys, our tally starts. We passed one, although this is the first. I didn't even get asked to get pulled over or anything. But I did say this is going to be a pretty long stream, because I did not, I didn't have a long stream the other day. Unfortunately, I had some stuff IRL that I needed to get done before Monday came. So I was able to get some of that work done. I finished, actually some of it I finished up today, so it's gonna be a nice evening today. It was a good day. And I'm getting myself a little more active, because I don't get out much, because I do work from home actually, so I have a job where I can actually not have to leave, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, you'll see me in the in my house for a while, and not really get out. So I am now going out and going for walks with my wife every day, which is really nice and relaxing. Good evening. I'm chilling in your Discord. Oh, nice. Bricks. Hold on a second. Let me pull over. I'm gonna be pulling in a bad spot, but hey, nothing wrong with that. Brick, we got. All right, hey Brick, how's it going? Oh, I'm not even talking in there. Hold on. Forgot I muted my mic. All right, hey Brick, how's it going?
Not too bad. How are you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Just shooting down the West Coast, and just enjoying myself, really. So,
Nice.
I'm trying to think where I am. Are you going to be jumping on?
I'm in the game already. I'm almost to Portland.
Portland,
About
okay.
150 miles from Portland.
I'm actually right now. I'm actually running the whole West Coast, all the way down to what is it?
Say like Alamogordo or something?
Yeah, Alamogordo is where I'm ending up. So
Going down to New Mexico, huh?
Yeah, I actually, one of the things I wanted to do, because it's been a while since the different expansions. I've been in New Mexico a lot, Nevada area, and then when Oregon came, I jumped all the way up to Oregon. So I was like, you know what? It's been a while since I, went to where I started, or well,
Right.
where everyone started when they first got the game. So I actually said, okay, I'm going to take a long haul and run right down the West Coast.
So did you hit like Highway 1 and 101? Like, are you like on the coastline or?
Yeah, I'm actually. Here, I'll actually pull to the side if you're. Are you still watching this stream?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll show you what I ended up doing.
That drive down the coast is pretty awesome. It's really slow going, but
yeah, it
I
is.
saw you go through the redwood forest, so I saw that.
Yeah, so I pretty much told myself I started right here in Medford because for some reason if I wait a few days it decides, hey, there's something wrong with your save, so we sent you back to Fresno. So I was originally in Eureka from my last stream. But yeah, I went up to Medford and I just grabbed my longest load I could find to Alamogordo. And if you notice, I just started putting waypoints right on the edge.
Yeah.
So, because I really wanted to check and I told myself, well, if I don't,
it's better during the day, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, I know. I was like,
you can't really see the ocean at night, but.
Yeah, I did actually check out a nice little truck stop here, right when you get out of the forest area. There's a nice little truck stop.
Where you stop to fix the mic?
Yeah.
I've been watching for a bit.
Really nice. Oh, nice. But yeah. So we're just south of Eureka now.
Okay.
I just ran through Eureka, and then we're just gonna kind of head on south. So if you want to join in, I don't know if you have a garage somewhere around here. Because
I have every garage.
Oh, you do? Oh, well, hey.
Yeah, I have all 23 of them.
Gee, I'm still searching for mine, or all of mine, but I'm getting there. I noticed that I haven't even gone through all of New Mexico, so maybe that will be my next adventure, is kind of traveling through there.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to join in, you can finish your load and then just let me know where you want to meet up, and I can meet you wherever if you want to join in on the fun.
Yeah, I might cruise down there. I got about 80 miles left till I get to Portland.
All right, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna keep on strolling as we're going along, and just kind of roll on by. So, how is your day going?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's good.
I feel you on the working from home thing. I've done that for many, many years, and there's no separation between like home life and work life, and you
Yep.
get stuck in these things where you realize you haven't left the house in like 2 months.
I've been lucky. My wife definitely says, "Okay, let's go out." Weekends are great. Weekends, I usually shoot. There I go again. I'm already starting to hit that button. We usually have weekends. We go out, do our errand running. Just oh wow, I'm really hitting all the wrong buttons today. First, I'm hitting my parking brake, hitting the high-low range instead of my split. But yeah, it's nice. I do enjoy it, but at the same time, it can get just seeing the same screens I'm staring at now is kind of what I stare at for work too. So it's like definitely get my work out of these things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was doing too, working for 10, 12 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week on the computer, and then staying on the computer to play some games and stuff. It gets tough.
Yeah.
A lot of sitting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, before me working from home, I did work for a company where I drove, so I was outside, outdoors, in the elements. And it was fun because by the time you got home, you're like, I just want to sit.
Right.
Although I drove trucks, and then I go home and I sit in front of a computer and play ATS, so it's like kind of weird. It's like people ask, aren't you sick of driving? It's like, no, I can do this.
Yeah, I love to drive.
Yep. So
Cars, trucks, motorcycles, I don't care. I like to drive.
yeah, I don't have my motorcycle license. I'm always weary on it, but it does look fun. So out of curiosity, how does is the stream look good? Is there any pixelation or anything?
It looks fine. I did catch the beginning part where you were talking about changing some settings and
Yeah.
everything, and going from the X264. Yeah, that uses your CPU to do the rendering. So the NVEX is better to use because then it's going to put all that load on your graphics card instead.
Yeah. And that.
As far as comparing, honestly I couldn't tell you 100% because I run 3 monitors, and my 2 monitors that are on the side are vertical. And so the screen's not very big.
Yeah.
Where I have the stream pulled up,
Yeah.
It's only maybe like 4 inches by 4 inches or 5 inches by 4 inches or whatever. So looks really crisp when it's that small, no matter what the settings are.
Yeah, I'll find out when I download them, because in the end I do download them all, so I have an archive, and then I just throw it on YouTube so I can say, hey, if you want to check out the past ones of me just driving around,
right.
There you go. So I've been doing actually a decent amount of research on it, because I have just started. I think this is week 3 of streaming, so
I like using NVEC a lot better than X264 myself.
yeah. See, I know because I do local recording too, and it was just a default because I do, you know, some people actually know that I'm in a community that, you know, roleplay community, so I'm also involved in that, and I record doing that just so, you know, if I ever need to go back at it, you know, I can. I say it covers my butt.
Yeah.
But
And
you
Twitch
know, I
doesn't
just
keep
leave
those
it.
recordings up for very long, so.
Yeah, but I record it and just kind of, and I just left the defaults, and so I figured I'd do the same thing with what I use. Or I use Streamlabs for my stuff right now, and you know, it does the job. But I was like, let's see if I can do something a little bit better, because I noticed it was a little. I don't know if it's pixelate and if pixelated is the word, but it didn't seem as crisp or as, you know, as clean as I would love to see on the recording, whether it's the stream, you know, streaming it, or if it's just because I'm not running a 4K monitor then scaling it down.
No, I mean,
So
a certain amount of it's going to be the codec, but a lot of it's going to be how high of a bit rate you can stream at. Because,
yeah.
I mean, even being an affiliate, you're still limited to the 6K bit rate.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I see a lot of people try to, like, stream at 1080p, which is not ever going to look good because 6K bit rate is not a high enough bit rate to get a good crisp picture out of a 1080p or 1440
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, for 1080p to have like a crisp looking stream, you'd have to be able to stream at like somewhere between 12 and 14 kilobits per second. But Twitch doesn't let non-partnered streamers stream anything higher than 6, so I'll only stream at 720p, and then I stream at the 6K bit rate, which is roughly what, 6 megabits
Yeah, I
per
think
second?
so. Yeah, roughly.
Roughly, yeah. So,
But yeah, so that may be my whole issue, because I am running 1080, trying to do 1080p, and I'm only running at, you know, I'm reading about 61, 96 kilobits per second, at least on Streamlabs. So
yeah, they'll
yeah,
fluctuate. So, like, what Twitch does is they'll tell you, 6 kilobits or 6K is as high as you can go, but if they have the available bandwidth, it will fluctuate a little bit up and down.
yeah.
But that would be the first thing I would try to do is change your downscale from 1080p to 720p. The other reason why people don't stream at 1080p is because you'll limit your viewers, because they'll have people who are trying to watch from like phones and tablets and stuff like that, and they
Yeah.
can't watch 1080p. So that'll kind of hose them. And when Twitch does like scaling, they cut the bandwidth in half. So let's say, so you're streaming at 1080p right now. Let's say I have a slow internet connection or I'm on a device that can't do 1080p, so I downscale your 1080p broadcast to 720p. Well, now I only get half the bandwidth. So let's say you're doing 1080p at 6K bit rate. Now I'm watching 720p at 3K bit rate, and it still doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
When they downscale the bit rate as well.
Things you learn. I'm assuming. I think I want to say I've actually seen you stream, right?
I do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I've actually
not ATS, but
yeah. I want to say I believe I checked your channel, and it was a zombie survival game. I think is the one of the more recent videos I watched.
Yeah, Miscreated is my primary, where I get my most viewers.
That's right, it's Miscreated, yeah. Which was pretty cool. So I was checking it out, and yeah, how long have you been streaming, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I've had my Twitch channel for probably like a year and a half, but like actual stream time has probably been like maybe 8 months. Like my first 4 or 5 months was pretty much just stream it to some of my friends, try to get them to buy Mistraded and some of the games I was playing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
And then I moved like I think I moved like the beginning of the year, maybe like probably between like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I moved to a new place, and the internet here wasn't as good because they were doing upgrades in the area. They were adding fiber optic, and I just lived right down the street from here, but they had already put the fiber optic lines in, so I had gigabit internet at my old place. I moved 2 blocks on the same street. I moved 2 blocks, and they hadn't upgraded the lines here yet.
Oh,
so,
wow.
So I kind of took a break for probably whatever it's been, 5 months.
Yeah.
6 months or something like that. So, like I said, probably total time 8 months, 9 months. But I work in the computer industry. I have a degree in electronics engineering. Worked for Apple for 5 years. So it's kind of like I did the same as you. Like when I started thinking about streaming, you know, I watched hours and hours and hours of how to and configurations and the best settings, and you know, kind of came up with what I thought worked well, you know.
Yeah, no, and that's where I'm at currently. You know, what I will say, one of the nice things of working from home is, you know, I have a work computer, and then I have my desktop that sits right in front of me, because I kind of borrow a couple of my screens, so I have multiple screens on my setup, because I'm a software engineer.
Okay,
so, which is funny. I went to college for, they labeled like computer engineering technology, so my education was primarily embedded systems. So I worked with microcontrollers, learned how to program them and optimize them to the best of my ability. And then I got a web development job in my local town near me. And then I just been in software, you know, web-based applications ever since, and I love it. So it's that's where I've been in for who knows how long. So
that's cool. Yeah, when I first got out of school, like I went to work for Intel and realized I don't want to work in a clean room. Like that whole thing kind of sucks. So then I went to work for a software company, made marine navigation software.
Oh, nice.
For yachts and mega yachts and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. Did a lot of you know, beta testing and working with coders and troubleshooting and going out aboard, you know. Like I've been on Tiger Woods, Paul Allen. I've been on some big, massive $30 million, you know, yachts and stuff doing troubleshooting, and then the economy took a crap, and people weren't spending money, you know, because what I did was I started off working for the software company, but then I started my own company actually doing like field work, because the software company didn't have techs that they would send out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for the really big clients, like, you know, the Tiger Woods and those guys and stuff, like the company actually sent me out there, but for Joe Blow, who didn't know how to use the software, or, you know, called into tech support a bunch of times and still couldn't get the problem solved, well, you know, you can return the software.
Yeah.
Or you can go pay somebody, you know, or you can go pay a wiring, you know, guy $100 an hour to troubleshoot, you know, your wiring and stuff for you. So I kind of started my own little thing doing some of that, and
nice.
Then like I said, then I got these last couple of jobs doing the Apple thing, and then I was a technical operations manager for Staples. But they were all from home, you know, managing people remote. They work at home, I work at home. I just got kind of burnt out on the whole being home all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of burnt me out. So I'm actually in the process of getting all my stuff together to go and do CDL training to be able to drive long haul.
Nice. Yeah, that's something I will say I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. But at the same time, I know it is a rough industry and rough career as well. So it's like,
Yeah.
ooh. Hey, Stormy, how's it going? But yeah, so I figured I went from, you know, working for a small company, driving, you know, trucks around locally, and I said, I want to try something different. So I went to college, went for computer engineering. Big little twist, and definitely a great experience. I enjoy it, but I still have that urge of actually going out and still getting my CDL, or well, I have my CDL, but my Class A later on in life, and actually going out there. I look at it as maybe my little retirement plan in a way, because you know I enjoy what I do, but you know, I'm like everyone else. Sometimes you just need a nice little change, and I figured that might be a nice little change. Get to travel and get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, I'm in my 40s, so I figure, you know, if I'm gonna do it, it might be a good time.
yeah. And Stormy says, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Ooh, wow, that's, oh. I was like, why is it so bumpy here? I'm running over the trolley tracks here.
I think it is your mic that's triggering your force feedback of your wheel. I think that's what's triggering your mic.
I think it is, which is, I can understand why, because it is a condensed microphone. So it is
like the Yeti and the stand, or?
No, actually, I have. I have experience in a lot of different things. I've got involved in different projects, but I actually use a AudioTech 2020 AT or AT20. I think it's AT2020.
AT2020, yeah.
Yeah. So I have that actually as my microphone here, and then I have a boom stand, and I got a audio interface that ties to my computer, and then I actually have a software where I can actually split up all my audio inputs, so I can actually manage everything from there. Where are you going? Sightseeing the new Oregon Road. Actually, we're... Oh, sorry, what?
Oh, no, go ahead and answer your...
Oh, okay. Stormy, we're actually heading south. We actually started out in Oregon, and we are now running the coast of, pretty much the west coast all the way down. So we're in San Francisco right now, and unfortunately where we are, there's not really many areas where you can see the coast, but I actually made a path. Actually, once we get out and there's a place where I can pull over, I can show you guys the map, so you can kind of see where we're going. My goal was actually just running right down the west coast, right on the edge as much as we can. Now that it's getting daylight, we may actually be able to see the coast a little bit better. But yeah. So what were you saying, Frick?
Oh, I use the Yeti on a boom arm, and then I use voice meter banana to change the sound a little bit of the mic, and then I use virtual audio cables for all my inputs and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm using voice meter potato. I figured I'd try that. Yeah. The only downside.
New one, huh?
Yeah, they did. It's really neat. It actually comes with the difference between like banana and potato. They actually come in 2 extra aux ports. So
inputs,
you know how inputs. So you know how we have with banana, you have the aux. I think is aux, and I think VIO is the second one. They actually have aux, VIO, and one other. So they actually give you a third one all built in. So, which it kind of stinks because I bought the cable.
I was gonna say, if you pay for that, don't they add another onto that with voice meter? Is that what the potato is? Is that a paid?
Yeah, it's a paid donation option. So I went in, and at first when I first downloaded it, it was free, and then one day I was actually getting ready to stream like a week ago, and then all of a sudden I noticed a little message on the top of it saying unregistered version. I'm like, what's this about? And then I had a timestamp of 6 hours remaining. I'm like, so I looked into it and I like, oh well, this is new. So I actually did pay for it because I did buy or put donation towards the virtual cables A and B, so I have A and B as well, or whatever I may want to get involved, add on to. But when I did donate towards the potato version, because I actually do like their products and the product that they've been providing. So I'm like, you know what, I'll throw a little bit to it and show my support.
Nice.
So, but yeah.
All right. Well, I just dropped off here in Portland, and I'm gonna go. Actually, I gotta run to the store because we got no drinks.
Oh.
Went to go grab a drink, and we're out of drinks, so I'm gonna run down to the little market here, and then if you said you're gonna be on for a bit, so maybe I'll meet up with you at Alamogordo or something or whatever, and we can make a run or something.
All right, that sounds good.
But I'll be back. It'll probably take me like 10 minutes or something.
All right, sounds good.
Right.
I'll see you when you get back.
All right.
See ya. All right. Sorry, Stormy. Yes. That is what my goal was today. Was just a nice little cruise, and actually, a nice cruise and being able to chat with you guys. I'm looking at a bunch of different things. Actually, while Rick is gone, I'm gonna mute up my mic in Discord. But yeah, different ideas, kind of letting you guys get to know me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and pretty open. It depends on the questions. Like, I'm not going to give you my address or anything, but I'm sure no one on here would. But if you kind of want to know, what I do, like we were kind of talking. I'm a software developer. I work for a company. I do work from home, so I am on my computer all day and all night. I do work a lot, and this is kind of, I will be honest, the gaming, like doing this, is a nice little thing of a relaxation. So, and I did used to do this for, well, must hurt your eyes. Actually, either my eyes are tough or I'm just used to it, honestly. Oh, that's right. While I'm on, because I was actually going to show you guys. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go up the road here, a little detour. And I will go into this rest stop here, and I'll actually show you the path we're going. That is one thing I did want to do, so you guys can actually see where we're going. So we are in Santa Cruz right now. Just don't want to hit that. And I'll just kind of swing around here. Oh, I left my... Yes, I do have a steering wheel. I've had this steering wheel for a while. It is the... You'll probably hear a lot of people that do a lot of simulations. Like, I'll name a bunch of people I've watched. Jeff Favignano, although I think he switched over to the Thrustmaster series or Thrustmaster brand. Squirrel, if you've seen Squirrel on YouTube, I watch a bunch of guys on YouTube. YouTube, honestly. He actually, I believe he still runs with the same one I have, and he did a review of a bunch of different ones you can go. But I have the Logitech G27. It's really nice. It's not like high quality or anything. You may be able to hear the force feedback in the steering wheel with my mic. I've been trying to adjust it with my sounds and everything like that, but fortunately I haven't gotten it down pat yet. So I have the G27. It does have shift buttons on the steering wheel, which I actually use for my turn signals. And then it does have its own shifter as well. So it has a shifter. It's a whole combo. That's how I actually do shifting. I have it set up to be the standard H pattern shift for an 18 or an Eaton Fuller 18 speed. I love it. I just wish I had the actual realistic shifter. I am looking at actually building my own because I'm a huge fan. Oh shoot, I just realized I'm almost out of gas. Let's shut that truck off while I do this, because I'm now going to have to find a gas station. Gas station back there. You know what? We'll sneak over here quick and get some gas, and then we can kind of see the coast. But if you noticed, we actually started up here in Medford. I grabbed my load up there, and it was telling me to go through Hornbrook, Redding, Sacramento, Fresno, Barstow, or actually maybe it was shooting down here, Huron, just outside of Bakersfield, Los Angeles. Actually, no, I think it was going up this way. So what I ended up doing, if you notice, I got a bunch of these waypoints, and I just said I want to run straight on the West Coast here. So this is the path that I'm going. I don't care if it takes too long and I lose money on it. I figured this is something different, and I think everyone would be able to enjoy a nice little scenic view now that it's daylight. And kind of be able to see, especially this area. I saw this, I'm like, oh, I'm sure this is going to be a pretty sight to be able to see. So there's a couple truck stops here. We may be able to kind of pull over to the side, get a nice little scenic view as we're just kind of cruising along and chatting. So that's where I'm heading off to, and you can kind of see I just kind of followed. I'll do this, add the little edge there. I'm a huge fan of just kind of running off the edge because I think it would be a great sight to be able to see all that. I'm literally just trying to get all the way down. And obviously here, just because it is inland, I'm not going to worry about Sierra Vista or Nogales. And then we'll just kind of run right back up. Or sounds a bit expensive. If you're talking about the shifter, it can. I've actually done some research on how to build it myself. It's up there, or it's not too bad. The problem is when you buy the parts online, you're going to have a lot of extra stuff. You know, more or less what it is that's going to be extra are the buttons. So you'll have a bunch of buttons that you do not need. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do that way. If I want to, or maybe I'll just, you know, buy one online. It's been tough to find a realistic one. There was one brand out there that, for those who actually have, you know, kind of, if you've done research on them, there was a company, I say was, and the only reason is for this exact reason is I've heard some issues with the company of not being able to meet the demands. Oh, now that's a nice scenery. Oh, look at that. And this is why I wanted to take the outskirts. So whether it's true or not, I'll be honest, it's kind of tough to look at investing in the company's product if there has been a lot of issues with, you know, when they talk about getting in a shipment and it's been months, like several months, and not hearing anything, or, you know, something like that. So I'm not going to say the name. It's been out there. You know, you can kind of do the research. There are others out there as well you can find online, and I think even on Amazon, that are similar, not quite the same setup, but it's just one of those where, you know, for me, I'm a hands-on type of guy, and I enjoy, you know, tinkering around. You know, like I said, I do have I do have a engineering degree, computer engineering, so I do have a little bit. Oh, look at that. Red Baron 189 just hosted me. I appreciate it, man. I hope you are doing well. You should build a mini truck. Oh, don't tempt me, man. I even gotten to the thought of, you know, if when I have the space of going out and actually building like a trucking cockpit. And I know other people have done it, not a lot, but I know there have been people out there. But it would be actually really cool to have a full cockpit for trucking. That would be something else. Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm looking at possibly building my own versus just buying one. It's something new. It's something cool. I want to try out myself. I know a guy, he has like 4 screen. Yeah. That would be really cool to have. And that would be expensive, let me tell you. Buy a real truck, yeah. Yeah, see, what would be kind of neat is if you have access to, like, if you go to a truck, if you have an area where you can get like a truck cab or something like that that's in decent shape, you might be able to save, you know, get it relatively cheap. But yeah, it's overall you're gonna be spending a decent amount of money for it. And look at that coast there. I would, you know what? We may fuel up here and just kind of drive around the edge there. And because that's what we're here for. We're here to. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting. Don't mind me grinding the gears, guys. Oh. Apparently I'm right up on that post there. So let's sneak over here. Let's pause, or not pause, stop. While we're fueling up. Oh, well, that kind of stinks. That, I feel bad for people fueling up. I would have loved to stare out there. I mean, I like video games and have thousands of hours in gaming, but I see actual dump trucks, like tandem ones, go for a 2 to 10K. You could probably, definitely the ones that have been working for a while, yeah, you can get them for pretty low price, even just cab and chassis. If you're not familiar with that terminology, it literally is just the cab of the truck and then just nothing on the back end. For me, I've, you know, back in a while back, I used to work with a lot of working with a lot of cabin chassis, and actually put. Oh man, am I gonna have a hard time getting in here, getting out of here? I'm afraid I am. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yep. All right, guys, this is going to be a fun one. I'm just going to back up because I did not estimate my truck at all. Let's see if I can hug. But yeah, you can find some dump trucks or even flatbeds, flat deck trailers. Hate doing this to tires, but am I rubbing against? There we go. I think they need to widen the tires. Now I may have dinged up my chrome. Go figure. But yeah, I've never driven a rig, but I've drove pump truck medium duty. Drive 1 tons from time to time. Yeah, chassis you can get from junkyard pretty cheap. Yeah. Oh, that's why I'm second gear. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool to. That's actually one of the jobs I wanted to try out in my life when I was when I moved. I lived up in the north area, and I moved down to the southern tier, or not southern tier, but the southern, some of the southern states, and in between jobs, you know, I worked for a company up there, and then I was kind of waiting to see what kind of job I can get while I was doing my own thing. I was doing some freelance work. Oh, wow. I am really doing bad here. Way to show off my my driving skills here. This is a tight area. Oh, man. And actually, one of the jobs I was looking at, as I'm trying to back up, hit Y fix. One of the jobs I was actually looking at was actually a dump trucking job. Because I've been in the garbage truck industry. I've done the MP chat, fixes truck free. Oh, I am not. I'm caught. Okay, I got it. I definitely have to I gotta watch where I'm swinging now. Doing really bad. I did not know hit Y / fix. I did not know that. I'm assuming they added that in because of unexpected accidents. But that is actually really cool to know. While we're actually here, I want to actually check this scenery out. This was actually be a pretty nice snapshot. I'm gonna go and do Red Baron and do a nice little snapshot here. Oh man, that's a nice view. Sorry guys. I don't do a lot of snapshots, but felt like this was definitely a nice little image to try out. Do a couple there. let's get back driving because, you know, I know I don't care about them, you know, I'm not caring about the money too much, but I do want to get that load out there for the customer. I'm not here to get a bad reputation. Hey Jack, how's it going? Hope things are going well. I'm over here just running into everything apparently. I cannot swing a 53-foot trailer for the life of me for some reason. I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm just having a nice little relaxing break from work today. Was able to get something that I've been working on for the past few days done, finally. 13 more days, you gonna play? Yes, actually. That was actually something I was looking into. I saw the message and I'm like, you know, that would be cool. So let's see, for those of you who don't know, I try not to talk about this too much, but I know some of you as well are part of the community as well. So, but for those of you who don't know, I am part of a roleplay community as well, which, yeah, I do not, obviously I do not stream, but it might be an option. We'll have to see, based on, you know, what happens in the future. And let's see, we're gonna sneak over here. But yes, I am thinking of applying, and I know there's no guarantees, but you never know. It's definitely worth a shot trying it out. And if not, you know, I'm not, you know, in the end I say I'm still gonna be here and having fun with you guys chatting. Because that's one of the reasons why I actually started this up. It's been an idea, like sim roleplay, something like that. Weird, I don't judge. Kind of. I don't want to give too much out. But I am part of a role-playing community for GTA 5, 5M. You know, so you can probably look up in YouTube and find a bunch of different role-play communities out there. I know a few guys, we were actually chatting on past streams about someone joining, recently joined, and but yeah, I do that. I roleplay in there as well. I'm a get this. I'm I'm actually a law enforcement officer in that, and I specialize in commercial vehicles. Ain't that a coincidence? You can tell how much I enjoy commercial vehicles. So that would be, you know, if that were to work, I do a historical World War II event in War Thunder. Not really roleplay, but that's actually really cool. Did roleplay military in GTA as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, I do. Man, it was fun. I miss it. Well, you know, I'm sure there are plenty of communities like that still that you can definitely jump into. If you still want to, you know, if you want to jump back in. I actually got into the community I'm in because I've actually watched a bunch of, you know, YouTubers in the past, and that's how I stumbled upon it. And I thought it was pretty cool. You know, it was really cool. I didn't even think about it at the time of people actually doing stuff like this, and it's actually really neat. And you know, I feel like I've gotten pretty involved. I don't play GTA, but it was fun. Yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I don't do a lot of it too often, just because there's a bunch of things. I've gone, you know, ranked up over the months, and do have a lot of things that I do also. So it's kind of not, it's but it's something that it would be cool if I could actually get involved in streaming as well. But you know, we'll see. If not, you know, you'll definitely see me doing ATS. This is probably going to be my main focus, or one of my main focuses in games during, you know, with this community here. Boo! Oh, holy cow, Jake! How's it going? Man, a bunch of people are jumping in today. Oh, Jake, thank you for Fixter Jake 14. Thank you for following, man. Hope you're gonna be enjoying the stream. I'm actually running off the beaten path of normal state streets with a Kenworth W900 with a 53-foot reefer, which is going to be interesting because I am weaving like crazy. ATS you can do well in as you'd explode in views going GTA. Yeah, and that's true. I've seen a lot of people do GTA roleplay, Stormy, and would be cool. But I know at the same time in ATS or even ETS, I know that one's a pretty decent one. You know, it's, to me, it's not so much of getting as many views and followers. It's nice, it's cool because it helps me kind of see how people are enjoying themselves here, as well as like the community and everything. And my goal is to be able to kind of build a community of people who are interested in simulation games like this, or even roleplay. You know, that would be cool too, because I like to kind of roleplay as if I'm actually driving this truck. You know, I'll do, like today, when I first started, oh, I'm driving way off-road. When I first started, I actually did my pre-trip inspection. As if I was actually out there walking around the truck, checking all my lights. I didn't check my brakes, I'll admit that one, but you know, it would be cool if they'd let us get out of the truck and actually walk around, which, you know, maybe CF Soft will actually be able to have that ability in the future, but we'll see. I'm ATS. I'm driving a truck. I'm driving a big old truck. Pedal to the metal. Hope my high heels don't get stuck. Nice. Hey Seppi, how's it going? And let's see, I was thinking about ATS 2, but I missed the sale. Yeah, it's actually, it is a nice game. It's a little bit different too. I actually jumped in there for the first time. Oh, look at that. Brick Rhymes actually has a sale, post in there saying that there's a sale for ETS 2. But yeah, there's a difference. One of the things I noticed is, I didn't realize this, but the shifting patterns are different on their trucks. So that was a big change when I did my one stream with ATS2 or ETS2. I jumped in there, and that was one thing I noticed, was the shifting pattern was a little bit different. So it took me a little bit to get used to it, but it wasn't too bad once I got it. And let's see. But the other nice thing about ETS2 is, yes, like fixture mic. Oh my gosh. Isn't that, man? So, Jake, here's the funny thing. If I leave it alone for a couple minutes, it will fix itself. Gotta love Microsoft, because I think that's the only problem I have. So, I'll pull over, and yeah. I literally would just sit here and still talk, and then 2 minutes later, my audio will be perfectly fine. But what I'll do is I'll go and I'll unplug it, plug it back in. I'll have to mess around with the I gotta mess with my voice meter too, because when I unplug it and plug it in, it resets everything. So if you guys will bear with me, I will be right back, and we'll get back on the road and get back to some of these conversations we had too. And okay, I am back. Does that sound better? Who that what?
Yeah, Mike sounds good.
Who that Hunter? Oh, now we got Hunter in this. Is that the Jake? Yes, yes, Red Baron. That is the Jake. All right, sorry. I had mute for there. I've been on a slight detour, just so you know. So it sounds like Brick is actually back. I do appreciate you letting Stormy know about the ETS2 sale on that. I didn't actually know that was a sale going on right now.
Yeah, I just got them today. The Essentials was like, the game itself's like $7, or you can get the Essentials that has like a bunch of the extra DLC with it. And then they also had the other map pack, the Beyond something map.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
it called? Beyond the Baltic Sea.
Yeah.
That was on sale for like $16 as well.
Oh, nice.
So it's like $35 for like all the major stuff, except for some of the paint jobs, which I don't really care about.
Yeah, a lot of the paint job DLCs I don't even have. So, all right, now I believe my mic is all good, so we should be able to get back rolling. And that is one thing I noticed for a while with my setup. I've always had issues with my mic every so often, and I'd have to unplug it, plug it in, or I just let it just ride it out and it fixes itself. Don't know if it's a driver issue or if it's just, you know, Windows 10 being Windows 10. But
I have that problem with Voice Meter Banana all the time, where like after a certain period of time I just start sounding all robotic and I have to go in and like restart the voice meter engine. You ever get that?
Actually, that's what I had prior to installing Voice Meter Banana, because I actually had that prior, and Voice Meter Banana fixed it, but now I'm having issues with that again, and that's what a lot of people are, you know, what I was having prior. But you know, it's I don't know if it's just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I leave my computer running all the time. So, all right.
Hey, so for your settings for the game, are you running your graphics? Are you using the advanced settings in the graphics, or are you just using the simple settings?
That is a good question. I do not know.
Well, the reason I ask is because I was running the simple settings and I had it in Ultra, and I have the Asus Strix 1080 Ti 11 gigabyte, the overclocked version of it. And then somebody told me that if you go into the advanced setting, there's like a saturation feature in there, and it makes the game look so much better. I mean, you're going to lose quite a bit of frames per second, but I mean, it's the night and day difference between running that advanced mode and turning that saturation up. So it might be something you might want to check out and stuff too, because it makes it look so much better.
Yeah, and I
mean, I wouldn't recommend it for a lower end card, but.
Yeah, I'm running a 1080 Ti, so I think it will handle it. You know what? Maybe I'll try it now, just because I'm over here by another truck stop. Why not? Give everyone a high quality view of all these areas. And I know where we left off was with the chat. Oh, Fixer Jake says he likes ETS2 better, and I will agree with him. It is more it can be more difficult because the roads are a bit more narrower. So, and that's actually kind of what I enjoy. That's why I drive like the longer trailers. I actually do wish graphics. Oh, I do have simple settings. I have simple graphics. I want advanced setting. Oh no, oh no, I've been running advanced settings.
Okay, see right there where it says the scaling?
Yeah.
Yeah, turn that up to like 400%.
That's already at 400.
Is it? Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know before. I was just running the simple settings, and then it just has like a spot you check for like ultra or something like that.
Yeah, I have like everything up as high as I can.
So, yeah, and it looked really good. But then somebody else was like, "Yeah, what's your scaling set to?" I'm like, "Scaling? What? What are you talking about?"
Yeah. But
so yeah, it makes a ton of difference, doesn't it? Going from the simple to the.
Honestly, I've been playing it for a while. I don't know. I really like the setting on it. I'm sure if I had a maybe even a 4K, because I'm running on a monitor that maxes out at 1080 by or 1920 by 1080. So I'm sure if I had a higher resolution screen, it would look a little bit nicer too. But honestly, I enjoy it. It looks realistic as it is. You know, it looks really good as it is. So
yeah,
definitely can't complain.
Yeah, I'm running it on a 2K monitor. Is what I'm running at. And,
so
looks good.
Yep. All right. So, if you want to meet up with me, let's see where I'm at right now. I think I'm just north, or I'm north of Santa Maria. I don't think there's a garage there. But it's
Santa Maria. The closest one is San Diego, I think.
Yeah, which either is it Bakersfield that has? Yeah, Bakersfield has one. I want to say Oxnard.
No, actually, well, closest to there would be Bakersfield and Los Angeles. Yeah. Los Angeles would probably be better if you're going down the coast.
Yeah, I'm running down the coast, so if you want to meet me over there, then we can meet up from there.
And then you're going to Alamogordo, you said still, right?
Yep, Alamogordo, right. Still heading that way. I've been doing a few detours, taking some scenic routes.
No problem.
But man, look at that coast. So let's see. I check the truck. Occasionally hauling lighter machines. Not to see. Okay. So yeah. Jumping back to Stormy here, because he was saying he's driven some medium duty trucks, and I've done some medium duty trucks. Most of the trucks I've actually driven in the past were garbage trucks. Actually, I drove garbage trucks for a while, so that's always fun. I think the heaviest load I actually had, and this is truck and trailer, so this is the load of the truck and load itself, was 65,000 pounds was the max, and that was that may or may not have been over the legal weight of that truck. So I was gonna do that, but I know how tricky that road is. I'm not gonna even bother that one. That might be a little too much for me. Alright, Red Baron, it was nice seeing you over here. Oh, let me know what are you still here? If you are, what are you streaming? If not, I'll find out. prepping for my stream. And then I hope the mic is better. And I see that Stormy, you did just buy Euro Truck Simulator 2. I am planning on doing some streams in there as well. It is a really nice game. I do enjoy it. I've spent a lot of hours on it. Ooh, Civ 5. I haven't seen that in I don't have the game, but that sounds like fun. Well, have fun on your stream. I might sneak over after this. We'll see what time it is, because I do have to work in the morning. But definitely have fun, and I will definitely talk to you later. And as everyone else is still around, I hope everyone is doing well tonight. We are probably halfway through. Look at that. Oh, there we go. As I'm driving on the edge of the road. You, if you're still cruising. I'm definitely still cruising. I think I'm about to hit. Oh wow, that's interesting. My chat or my Streamlabs chat bot didn't get that last message that you sent, Stormy. So I actually do feel bad if I've noticed that happens once in a while. Is that chat doesn't always catch everything. So if I do miss anyone's chat in between asking any questions, feel free to repost it. I'll definitely answer it. But it looks like you guys, Stormy's got to leave. But yeah, if you want to join in on the cruise as well, I should be. I think I'm in Santa Cruz now, or Santa Maria. No, I'm not yet. I'm getting to Santa Maria, and then Oxnard will be my next load, or next area, not next load. So we might get a nice little convoy over here. Running that edge. I'll probably gotta leave stream because my laptop gets pretty warm. Yeah, I'm sure. Stormy, if you want to join in the Discord chat, let me know. If you have access to my channel at Discord already. Not sure if you do, I can't remember. But if you don't, do !Discord in the chat here. Click on the link, which will give you the invite to join the channel, and then you should be able to get access to the studio waiting room, and then I can actually pull you up from there. I hope everyone else is doing well. I know Fixer Jake was saying that he should be doing a paper. Yeah, probably should. Hopefully it's not due tomorrow. I know some of those procrastinations when back when I was in college. My buddy and I would be, saying, "Oh, we got a lab due or an exam, a test to study," and we go over to his place and then start watching Stargate or Battlestar Galactica, or I think for a while, I want to say we would watch Gordon Ramsay, Nightmare Kitchen randomly too. And then realize we have to do homework, or finish our homework and be rushing on that last minute. So how is everyone else doing today? Enjoying yourselves? Have a good day today? Are you already down in Los Angeles, Prick?
Yeah, I'm already down here. Got my load and everything.
Alright. I
Just
just
hitting
realized
some of these gray streets and stuff that I haven't hit before. Just kind of killing time.
Yeah, I know that's what I like doing all the time. You know, especially in the cities where I first find, I just run around like crazy trying to find them. I'm actually getting some roads that I haven't, and I'm weaving off in the middle of the lane. I'm actually driving down some roads that I haven't traveled yet, so it's kind of nice because I didn't have Santa Maria area at all. I think I'm not as close to. Yeah. I'm not as close to the coast anymore. I'm trying to think. I know we've talked a little bit in the past. Do you have a favorite truck that you like out of the set that you get so far in the in ATS? Do you have a preference on trucks, or you just kind of like them all? You kind of see what which one you want to drive each day.
I personally like the Peterbilt 389, probably the best.
Nice. I will say a lot of the, like right now I'm driving the Kenworth. It's really nice. Yeah, I grew to like the Kenworth W900s because of ice road truckers. I saw them and just seen type of beast these things can be if they're prepped up right. And it's like, man, so it's actually really cool to be able to have it in game.
Right.
I have driven the 389. I do have a few of those too. It is a nice truck, and I do. Trying to think. Between the two of them, I think I drove the newer style trucks more in the beginning, but I think that was because I liked how they handled. They had a little better turning radius versus the W900 or 389. I felt so. I forgot what the two models are for the other for the newer ones, but. And then I will be honest, once I saw the Volvo, I jumped on that quickly. Because, I will say for the trucks, I like the Volvo. It does give you that luxury feel and everything. I think it's a 7, or was it LN9 or 790, I think is the model that they have in game. But I do hope they actually bring more of the truck brands in as well. More.
Yeah, because the Volvo, I know they make a V&L like 860 Globetrotter in real life. That's like their highest end.
Yeah.
It's a really nice truck, but I don't like them in the game because for one, you can only use a max of 600 horsepower engine, whereas with the Kenworth and the Peterbilt, you can get the 625.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing I don't like about the Volvo is the in-dash readout doesn't give you a mile per hour. There's no mile per hour readout.
I did not know that.
A digital, you know what I mean, a digital gauge.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly never use it, so I always just use the actual gauge right on, or the actual analog gauge.
Yeah, like when you start like driving for like the virtual driving companies and stuff like that, and you're using truck books, you can't do over 80 miles an hour or it gets voided out.
Oh.
So when you have the digital readout, it's a lot easier to get your cruise control set properly to where you don't go over 80. It's a little bit harder when you're looking at the analog gauge, I think, anyways.
No, that
when I
is
have the
true.
digital one, I can see like, oh hey, look, it's trying to go up to 81 miles an hour or something. Because if you get on the brakes hard enough and only you're at 81 for like a split second, it won't ding you for it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's kind of harder to tell with the Volvo. I also found that with the Volvo, I have to like move my seat back or have to like widen the view out quite a bit more to be able to see an area that I'm comfortable with versus like the Peterbilt and the W900.
Yeah. Something doesn't seem right here. I don't know why my map is funky. Oh, did I click one too many areas? Because it's having me go. Weird.
Yeah, it looks like you got a waypoint back up the coast a little bit that you didn't drive right past, so it's trying to route you back to a waypoint.
Yeah, I was like, what in the world? It's having me go all over the place here. Can't help if I.
That's the other thing I don't like as much about the Volvo is it has that little tiny dash nav system versus the bigger ones on the other two trucks.
Oh yeah. I believe I know what you're talking about on that too. It does have a
like a little tiny one, and
one.
it's like mounted like up on the dash instead of being in the dash, and it's like half the size.
Yep. I wish we could actually kind of zoom out on these in-game or in-dash or GPSs too.
Yeah, if you could do the same thing you do on the little pop-up.
Yeah, because I'll be
honest, do that same thing on the in-dash one.
I'm not a huge fan of that pop-up. It does give you a lot of nice information, but at the same time, it's like,
I feel like they should have that on the in-dash too. Like how many miles you have left in your route and everything. Like,
yeah,
it'd be nice if they had that option, or to like hit F6 to see like where your drop-off is and everything. Like, it seems like you should be able to do that in the in-dash.
They do have, at least for single player, there is a mod out there that actually has there's a little HUD that you can have right on the bottom that you can actually have all that information. Not sure if it's Trucker NP friendly, but if
Most
it
of
is,
them
that'd be cool. Yeah. Alright, Pete, I just sent you. I'll be waiting. Did I already pass Santa Maria? Hold on. I just went through Santa Cruz. I don't know if I was supposed to go through there either, but this is not a good spot to stop, but I want to make sure I did not pass you.
It should be down past Oxnard by now, I would have thought. Because you were in Santa Maria when you and I were talking earlier.
Oh, wow.
Weren't you?
Apparently not. I just passed Santa Cruz. I still have to hit Santa Maria. Did I go in like a huge
way up there.
loop? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Way back up there then. Because you were in Santa Maria, you said, and then we were trying to figure out the closest place, which was LA. Because Oxnard didn't have one. So somehow you, like, came down the one and then went back up the 101, and now you're going back down the one again or something? I don't know what you did there, but...
I have no idea. And Seppi says, I just sent you photos in Discord of me driving your truck. Driving my truck? Yeah, I have no... Oh my gosh, I must have did that because I'm literally going around the Oh
Yeah, you're
my
going back down
gosh.
the coastline again right now that you were on when I came back to the store.
Oh my. What in the world was I thinking? And now it reminds me of a. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a pain. Well, everyone gets to see this. Me running through here again. Nice little scenic view over here. Oh, this stinks. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing that. Because I do remember going down this. What in the world? You know what could have happened? I think I was in the map and I accidentally added a waypoint further up instead of, I may have left clicked. Yeah, I must have left clicked or right clicked, whichever it was, instead of using the other to move my map around, and I didn't realize it. Oh, well, that's a pain. Because I could have swore I was like, I was up there. It's like deja vu all over again. So I guess.
Yeah, so shoot, I could spawn in. I could drop this load, spawn in Oakland. Probably meet up with you faster.
Yeah, if you want to do that, I apologize on that one, but yeah, if you want to spawn in Oakland and go from there, then at least we'll be. We'll actually have Stormy with us, as well as you and Stormy, and then we'll have a nice little three truck convoy. Stormy, are you still in here? Well, as much as we could be. My
Actually, I guess
is waiting for you
San
to check
Francisco.
Discord. It's kind of hard to check Discord when I'm driving, bud. And I can't use my phone because that has my my free version of what's that thing that they have out there? The Elgato Stream Deck. I got the app for Streamlabs, so I can actually use that on there instead of having to set hotkeys on my keyboard to switch between everything. I do still have to set my game to be realism, or the realistic physics. I think you even brought that one up too on the last
Yeah, we were
stream.
talking about it last time.
Yeah, I did find out, yeah, I did not have that set. I think what ended up happening was because I did reinstall the game, because this is a new, more or less a new rig, computer. You pulled over a minute ago. Did I pull over? Oh, yeah, that's true. I did pull over. Alright, Seppi, once I get around these loops, I'll pull over and check out Discord. But I did, yeah, yeah. I did actually set up developer console to be enabled, so. Rocky Bridge. There is a rest stop, so I'll pull over at that rest stop, Seppi. I don't know why your party is waiting for me, though. Oh yeah, I remember this spot. I pulled over right here too. Huh. All right. Give me a second here. Let me Roll out. Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's priceless. Very nice, very nice. I like it, Sophie. Alright, now we're back. And let's try to catch up some of my time that I lost. Because somehow I made my GPS tell me to go in circles, which... I'll just say I really wanted to drive through this area twice, apparently. Alright, Seppi, I checked it out, and you guys can start drinking. I don't know why I was holding his party up, but hey. And we're cruising. I noticed you sent me another message, but I'm not on your chat right now. Alright, so I know, not sure if Stormy is, I think Stormy left the chat again, or the stream again. So I can't tell him to jump on Discord unless he is there, because I scrolled up on my chat. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are enjoying my little loop around, which kind of stinks because it does set us back a little bit on my goal of getting all the way out to New Mexico, but no worries, we'll get there. And I do have a couple people who are going to be accompanying me out there, which will be nice. It's always nice to have a nice to have a little convoy with you. Shift down a half a gear. Like I said, I'm not going to go down that road. That is very tight to get through there. If I was running like the 42 footers or the 42, 48, 48 might be pushing it, but the 42s, that probably wouldn't be too bad, especially if I was running day cabs. That would be pretty easy. But a W900 sleeper with a 53-foot trailer, kind of risking it. We may do it. Maybe that will be a challenge I'll have one of my next streams when I don't have people waiting for me. And I'm sure Brick is probably getting himself over to I'm going a little fast. He's getting himself over to Santa Maria or Oxnard. I remember going up on the left over there too. Don't rush, but ready when you get here. Alright, hey Stormy, if If you don't have access to Discord and you want to join in our chat, you can just hit !Discord, and then you should be able to. What changed while I was gone? Oh, well, what changed was I did a big circle. So I was in Santa Maria, and then I drove all the way up north to Santa Cruz. So I'm driving right back down again. So unfortunately, we're just kind of waiting on me. Gotta love it. So yeah, if you join the Discord, you can actually join our chat. Just wait in the waiting room. There should be a studio section and wait in the waiting room, and then I can pull you in, and you'll be able to chat with us in there. Now, before I go too far, I am going to pull over, probably over here, and make sure I am going in the right direction. I do not need to do this all over again. Let me do this. I'm going to sneak out here as well so I can actually see if you're in the waiting room. And then jump in game. Let's go to this. I am in Santa Maria and I am actually going down. So, okay. I will, if you want, I will, oh, there's Stormy. Alright, you should be able to talk to Tommy, right? You good?
Hello?
Hello? Awesome.
Hello there.
How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Y'all doing alright?
Yep, not too bad. You are a little choppy. I don't know if it's maybe hitting your shirt or something. Your microphone.
Where'd you go? Sorry, my mic's not the best.
Oh, no worries. I just noticed there was a little like chopping, so I just wanted to let you know on that. So, if you want,
What did you say, sir?
I didn't know where you get. You're in Santa Maria. Did you want to meet at the gas station or somewhere around there? If that will work.
I can. I'm on the side of the road waiting for you.
Oh, okay. If you're right on the side of the road, I'll just kind of look out for you then. Because I am heading that way now.
Yeah, I'm on the road just outside of it.
Okay, cool.
I fast traveled to San Francisco, and I'm heading down the coast, the windy one. But I've got a small trailer, and I'm moving.
Cool. All right.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Cool.
Okay.
All right. I just made Santa Cruz, or just north of Santa Maria now, so. Just on the north end, so I'm kind of running down. I'm probably gonna get gas before we head out anyway. So, and then you said, Brick, you said you're heading south of San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I'm on the one right now, but I'm all in plows, so I'm gonna be doing like 80 miles an hour. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't wait up for me. I can make up ground on you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember doing that for convoys. I used to be running 100. Just barely getting there on time. But how's everyone's day going? Pretty good?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Yeah, pretty decent. In real life, I have to go take a, what's called a boathouse apart. Not an actual houseboat, but a boathouse, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And we're redoing all the wood for the decking. And it's just 2 of us. It's gonna take us at least a week.
Oh wow. Definitely
Yeah, it's...
a task right there.
What's about 60 foot more wood? You have to take the old out, and then you have to screw it back in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you are, Peter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sneak over and get some gas, I'm at a half a tank, but I might as well since got a little time. I haven't traveled this area either, so I can get some yellow lines on my map while I'm here.
Yeah, I got most of the yellow lines for here, but like I've noticed, like you said, I don't have a lot of the ones for the little roads.
Yeah.
I'd like to get my San Diego garage back.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have San Diego. I'll have to look. You know, after I had the lovely glitch of running a bunch of, you know, this account or profile that I have is my single player too, and I did not realize, but the glitch of being able to I just got a whole bunch of money because of how the time sync between multiplayer and single player are different. And I just got a load of money from my drivers.
Oh yeah, that's how I made my money. I didn't use any mods when I did it.
Yeah, and you know, it wasn't intentional. It was just something I noticed. I was like, oh. I actually thought it was just a little glitch from an update from you know, SCS, and then all of a sudden I was doing a little research and they're like, oh no, that's, you know, if you do that, it's because of the whole time lapse between the two. It's like, oh well, now I know how to make money quick. run a few days.
Sorry for me glowing. I was trying to blow my computer.
Yeah, no problem.
It is a little warm. It's kind of struggle being on a laptop sometimes.
Yeah.
Alright, what was it? Swear forward.
Alright, so
hey, you're gonna build your.
What's that?
You're gonna build a gaming rig, you say?
I thought it would be kind of cool. It's not going to be a while, but yeah, I thought it would be kind of cool to actually build a whole cockpit, because I've seen people do it. A lot of people do it for like flight sims and stuff like that. It's like, oh, man, that's a lot of time and effort. And I've seen people go, you know, on YouTube, I see people go as much as actually getting a full, like a full cockpit from a plane, like a 737, yeah, a 737 cockpit cutout, or a real one from this.
I don't know how they got that, because that sounds like $10,000-$20,000.
Oh yeah, I'm sure these guys have money too. So, oh, where are you hiding?
I'm hiding on the outskirts of just where you pull out of it.
Ah, there you go. That's where you're hiding.
I'm in a new truck I just bought.
Yeah, I'm actually running this Kenworth, which is nice, different. I just did a nice plain, simple color scheme on it, blue, and it actually looks pretty nice. I've messed around with some colors. What's that?
If you do it in metallic, which I think you did, it actually looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I actually did do a metallic color on this. I'm actually trying to make a lot of my color or my trucks look the same. I've actually tried. There was a neat looking purple on the Volvo, I think. They had a purple color, which I really liked, and then I switched over to blue because it looked a little bit nicer. And it's one of my favorite colors too, so.
I'd love to see some classic trucks and more customization come to the game, though.
Oh yeah. What would be really cool? Getting some cab overs. That would be cool. Get a nice.
I miss those.
Alright, where exactly are you guys at right now?
We just south of Santa Maria now, on the 101, I believe.
Okay, I'm just coming into Santa Maria on the 101 right now.
Okay. So if you just follow that, you'll actually catch us. We just left, and we're just starting to go around the bend over the mountain area here. Yeah, my force feedback's being caught on my microphone. I can tell.
Your mic's actually pretty fine for me.
But you can hear the rumbling of it.
Yeah, I can hear yours. What's your name?
Oh, me?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brick.
Brick? Okay, I'm Stormy.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
You?
Yeah, no, sometimes I know I can actually see it on Streamlabs, my microphone moving when it shouldn't be, when I'm not talking, so I think it's catching that when I don't want it to. I did try to increase my gate on my what is it, voice meter, but I don't want to put it too high and then not actually catch my voice when I'm talking. But I just have to find that nice sweet spot. Oh, and this is a nice view. And this is what I was looking for.
Oh, you see a little oil ring in the distance?
Yeah.
Oh, there's two of them. An island.
Trying to stay in my lane and not drive while I'm moving my mouse. So I'm doing about 55, just so you know, Brick. So I'm sure you'll definitely be able to catch up.
Yeah, I'm cruising at 80. At my max speed, I just came out where I can see the wharf and the two towers out in the water.
Okay, yeah, you're not too far behind then.
Did you guys ever get the glitch where it, like you'll bring your trailer out, and then it happens to me quite often actually, and like you'll just start up the game, and then you won't have any cargo or freight market at all, but you'll have the in-game one just fine. Like the World of Trucks works just fine.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta either sleep or you gotta fast travel to get jobs to show up.
Yeah, actually, that's what I do. Actually, I had to do that today for this stream. Is I had the load ready, and then I actually drove to the pickup spot, and it disappeared on me. I'm like, you gotta be kidding! So I had to fast track back to the garage, and then had to find a different one, which actually is this load that I'm running now. I just figured, you know what? There's one that's running all the way down. This is the load I want to pick. Then I don't have to worry about going to multiple.
Myself, so
yeah,
never really affects me.
You use Speditor, right?
Yeah, I'm using a virtual Speditor.
Yeah. See, does Speditor work with the trailers, like our personal trailers, or?
You can't use your own trailers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dispatches it as a load, so you have to go there and use their trailer.
Yeah.
But you can click that little gear cog though, and adjust it to whatever type of trailer you want. But you can't use your own.
Yeah.
Custom trailers. Okay,
I want them to add a custom tanker.
I'm right behind you guys.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Oh, hello there.
We're just passing Oxnard now. Kind of cruising. Now, do you guys all have a load to the, I forgot how to,
Alamogordo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Where my load is. Now, I don't know if we're routed the same way, because like mine didn't have me taking this exit right here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, honestly, I'm sure it's not. Because this is definitely a custom route. This is not a route that you would typically take. This is my own scenic route tour. Oops, come on baby.
drop that clutch.
Yeah. I have it at realistic, so I'm not hitting the RPMs properly.
Like, what RPM you shift at? Because in game it shifts at 1500, and in real life, I think it shifts at 2000 to 25, maybe 2500. I believe it is.
Yeah, for
I
me,
usually shift at the 2000.
Yeah, it depends for me. If I'm going uphill, I'll go a little bit higher, but 20 or 2200 is usually my go-to for me.
Have any of you driven a manual in real life?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have.
Good.
A lot of the trucks I've driven and commercial vehicles as well were straight sixes, which were I know the trucks were a lot of the trucks that were the 6-speeds were, well, the one was was an international, had a straight six, a standard 6-speed transmission on it. I don't know what I think it was an Eaton transmission that I drove. And then I had an 8-speed, an Eaton Fuller 8-speed or 8LL. So it just had 4 gears with a high-low range on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've driven that, and I did notice that, like, for the 6 speeds, depending on the truck, because it also depends on your gear ratios, on how high you would want to get it to keep yourself moving.
Mm-hmm.
The one truck I had was actually designed to be a single axle truck, and then we had we decided to put tandems underneath. Did not even match the gear ratio on it or anything, so it was an interesting
I didn't just hit you, did I?
No, you're good.
Oh, thank you. Because I'm kind of a little close there.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't feel a bump, so. But yeah, that's what I've driven in real life.
Mm-hmm.
The 8-speed I enjoyed. Oh man, that truck would boogie too. Oops, I just hit my mic.
Yeah, I've only driven one, and that's it. But I drove a 1999, I think. No, maybe 2003. Just a little F450 dump truck.
Yeah.
That's all I've driven. That's manual. But like, that's the only manual vehicle we really have at our shop. But I don't know why. But like, a lot of new trucks I've noticed, unless they're like heavy duty, like a big rig or a medium duty truck, they're starting to go away from manuals. Like the light duty ones, ever noticed?
Yeah.
Like all the big major companies are switching.
Yeah, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, all of them are getting away from them, unfortunately.
Even if you go into like long hauls, I think a lot of the companies are switching. Yeah.
All Volvo, like Prime Inc., which is where I'm going to trucking school. Like they, over the last 3 years, they've switched 90% of their fleet has been switched over to automatics over the last 3 years.
That sucks.
And what really stinks as well, and I've heard this, and I'm pretty sure this is true as well. If you get your license with an automatic, you can only drive an automatic.
Oh, really?
Yep. So that, to me, I do not like. I think
if you think about it, though, I mean, isn't that a good thing, though? Because, you don't want someone who doesn't know, applying for a trucking company, and then they ruin your clutch, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, no, and it's a smart thing, but it stinks because for those, like, I'll be honest, myself, I would rather go and I want to be able to drive a manual, so if that's the only thing that's available, I still can. I don't want to have that restriction on my license saying, oh, you can't drive a manual, because
true.
I only took my road test on the automatic.
Yeah, that's true.
You can always go back and retake the driver portion with the manual, and they'll take the restriction off your license, but it does kind of suck with the same token. Like, a lot of the trucks everybody's switching to the automatics because they like the newer transmissions. They're getting way better gas mileage than people driving manuals. So like, there's other reasons why they're doing it: reliability, less breakdowns, and different things like that. But eventually, you won't even be able to find a manual truck anywhere, except for maybe some really small mom and pop trucking company or something. Because like the big guys, like they're leasing trucks. They swap those trucks out like every 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean? Like million miles max, and that truck's going to get swapped out. And the manufacturers aren't making manual trucks anymore, really. Like you can buy it as an option, but not a lot of big companies are doing that for fleet. You know?
Yeah.
At least not the big, like, CR England is switching over to, automatic, Swift, Prime. All the big motor carriers are all switching.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it is better for the company, though.
And it also gives them like more ability to focus on driving, not having to worry about shifting gears and stuff like that. Like,
that is true.
At least that's what I've read in the reasons why the big companies are switching over.
Yeah, but there's also something you don't think about, though. Like, I have a couple trucker friends. Like, they have a lot of strange hours, and if you think about it, automatic, it's easier to fall asleep, too.
Yeah.
Because if you're shifting gears, you have to be somewhat awake, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you'll grind a gear or whatever, wake you up. And then there's the fact that you don't have as much pulling power, which I haven't probably had enough experience, but my experience, like I live in the South, we go through transmissions like that. I mean, we go through them so quick, and they're mostly the automatics. The manual transmissions, I'd probably say last a little longer. It depends on the driver, though. It really depends on the driver.
Yeah.
But just because it's an automatic doesn't mean that you can't select gears. The transmission in most of the trucks these days is kind of like a Tiptronic shifter, you know what I mean? Where it'll automatically switch the gears, but then you can also move the stick and you can force it to downshift and stuff. So like pulling power and stuff like that, like I don't think that's really an issue. You know what I mean? Like you can always force it into the lower gear.
I think the other thing is it's just the electronics. A lot of electronics, with the older trucks, because that's what I've dealt with a lot. If you need that torque, you put the foot down and it will give you torque. With the electronic systems that you have now, it's not as easy. Even if it is a manual, you do get a little bit more because you can force it on one gear, and I'm sure even the automatics, you can actually force it to stay in first gear, so you can still try to get it. But I feel like it's just the electronics itself is you're losing the power that you could if it was straight, mechanical.
Yeah.
So, but it's, economy, trying to improve the economy and, economy, efficiency.
And a big thing is and the emissions and stuff too.
Yeah.
More strictness and stuff on the emissions, and now you got all the DEF. You have to run the DEF fuel for the exhaust.
I hate that stuff, man.
Stuff like that, and like that's why I think before too terribly long, the government regulations will force a lot of those older vehicles off the road, and I think they should. I mean, it's no different than a car. I mean, if your car doesn't pass the current emissions, it shouldn't be out there,
Well, the thing about that part is, they can try to take my car. They ain't gonna get it because I'm gonna be a stingy old man with my old Ford or my old Chevy, and I'm gonna drive that sucker. Yeah, and it won't just be me though. You got to think about it. I love the planet. I'm a big tree person. I love trees. But if you truly enjoy nature, in my opinion, you have to understand there has to be a balance. The way humans work and the way that I believe that God has made the earth, we have to use resources such as trees and water and such. We just need to use it to a sustainable amount. Like you can use fossil fuels while they last, while you still have them, because they will run out eventually, or access to them. But as long as you do it moderately. But a lot of people overuse it, like factories and trucking, and eventually most cars will be electric. We all know that.
Oh yeah.
I truly hope that there will always be an alternative, which will probably have biofuel for all the older vehicles. Because when people think about the electric vehicles, they're not thinking of the poor. They're not thinking of the average person. We can't afford electric vehicles.
Well,
You
not
know,
right now. We can't. But I mean, you can't afford a Prius. I mean,
no, I
they're like $13,000, and that's cheaper than a Ford F-150 pickup.
Yeah, but
You know what I
people
mean?
like me, like I make maybe 20 grand a year, and I ain't buying no Prius. I think it's ugly. But I mean, you know what I'm saying. But
yeah, no, I hear you.
but I hope that they'll make an alternative for all the older vehicles because they can make a sustainable fuel for older vehicles that is renewable. Vegetables or whatever they have to do.
Yeah. See, I like
That
the
costs
older
money though
cars
too to
too.
convert them over. So I mean, either way, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
I mean, go look at a kit to convert your motor over to one of those other fuel systems and stuff, whatever. They're like $8,000, $9,000 to.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that by the time that everything becomes electric, which will be a long time, like it won't be forever, because they're already starting to make fleets of electric trucks and they're trying to automate everything. Eventually there probably won't be any truckers, you know that, right?
Oh yeah.
There are not many of them. You're gonna automate it, and people don't realize that they're gonna kill so many jobs doing that.
I think we're decades away from any
Yeah,
automated commercial vehicles.
but they're trying to get it though. They are really trying to get it.
Oh yeah.
Because think about it like this: you have companies like Apple, right? Apple's like one of the biggest companies on the planet, and they can't keep people from hacking and jailbreaking iPhones. You
Hmm.
don't think that there's a big problem with an automated truck getting hacked and like
Oh, yeah.
just being crashed into shit, or somebody like stops all the diesel trucks and there's gridlock across the entire nation? Like,
That's why I
it's
like
not
the
just
older
about getting it to
vehicles.
drive. You know what I mean? Like, getting it to drive and not crash into shit. That's the easy part. How do you get it secure enough to where terrorists and stuff aren't hacking your diesel trucks? That's the problem.
Yep. And that's why I tell people, they're like, "Oh, aren't you excited for the automated vehicles?" I'm like, "Nope. I'm in the engineering industry. I know what could happen if it's
Yep.
if they don't do it the right and safe way. I
And even
don't
if they
trust
do,
it."
I don't care how much firewalls, how much security you have. There's a 14-year-old kid out there who's smart enough to hack a darn car. I mean, there will always be hackers. You can't get rid of them because there's a lot of people that just go to school for it and they learn it and then they either don't do a job in it, whatever, or they get self-taught in it. Like there's always a threat of it. You always have a threat. All you can do is do your best. That's why I think there should always be some form of a driver.
Yeah, and
An
I think
override.
I've actually read in some documentation on it that they're not going to be fully unmanned. What they're going to be is you're going to
One
have
guy
it
like
where
10 trucks.
one guy is the technician of the truck, so he is there to manage it, make sure it's running properly. And then if there's something wrong, you have the manual override, or however they
It'll be kind of
plan on
like a
doing it.
train conductor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
I
Trains
really
on
hope it
this,
doesn't happen yet.
so that's where I look at it going, and that's where they're actually, from what I've read, is how they're steering towards it, because they say, we know there may be issues, and that's what the driver's goal is now, is to make sure there's nothing going wrong. But the problem is I can see them also saying, well, they want to be able to have that truck run longer hours. Well, now you gotta have a driver that can actually handle staying up longer hours too. So
Oh shoot! I'm sorry.
What's up?
Accidentally I hit emergency brake by accident.
Oh, I
Okay.
do that too. I'm instead of me hitting my like my split between low and high, I'll hit my parking brake. I've yet to move it. Oh yeah. That's why one of these days I'm gonna get or build my 18 speed shifter.
So
then
what
I can at
shifter
least
are
feel
you?
it.
What shifter are you on again?
Right now I'm running the G27 shifter.
Like how many
So-
gears does it have?
Oh, it has 6, and then I have it configured to be a standard H style shifter, and then I have it's set up where I have 2 ranges. I got the okay, I didn't hit that
This is
sign.
gonna be fun.
So I have it set up where I have my high-low switch, and then my split shifter, my split button as well. So it's pretty much simulating as if I'm actually driving a real 18 speed, because you have your high-low range as well as your splitter.
Cool.
So that's how I have it set up, and I have all those buttons right next to each other as well as my parking brake. So
Yeah, I'm running the G29 steering wheel with a Logitech 6-speed manual shifter, and I have the same thing. I just have my 2 toggles on my steering wheel, the D-pad. D-pad up and down is my two toggles for my 18-speed transmission.
I'm running an HP i3 laptop. That's all I got.
Are you running keyboard or mouse?
Keyboard.
Keyboard? Hey, I actually had to play for a bit like that because I had my steering wheel back at my parents' place, and it's a long haul because they live up in the northern states and I live down southern, down the east coast, so it's a good drive. So I had to wait until I went up for one of the holidays to grab it. So for a while, I was actually running keyboard, and it was interesting trying to set up the settings for keyboard to be able to get the steering to feel close to being right, and the brakes, so at least it wasn't too bad. I didn't play it often, I'll be honest, because once you go steering wheel and try to go back to keyboard, it's not as easy. So
yeah, it's a completely different experience. I gotta drop my load here though.
Oh.
Yeah, I played this game for a little while with a keyboard and a mouse.
Did you already drop off, Stormy?
I just got off of that last Carlsbad exit right behind us, that last exit we just passed.
So what I'll do, I'll just pull to the side once I find a decent spot.
That's
so
right.
I'm going around the bend there, and I'm just gonna pull over here. Is there a better spot other than all this?
Where in the world is where is the place I just had to?
Alright, I'm
Where's
just
my
gonna
load
pull
go?
to the side here.
I gotta find out which one of these I got it from. Hold up. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's behind me. What? Oh. So I went down the road thinking that was a different one. This map is weird because sometimes it says I have 231 miles to go, but it shows the destination right there. Because if we went a different route, like you went a whole bunch of turns and stuff, so the game can't compute. Okay, now it shows. Okay, it just went back to 247. You don't make sense, game. I'm literally right on track now. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you guys can go on without me if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna stay on for a couple minutes and go off because this laptop is pretty warm.
All right. Well, I do appreciate you joining in on the fun. It was nice talking to you and chilling.
Yeah, good meeting you, man.
Like I
It was
say,
nice meeting you, man.
Anytime if you see me streaming and you want to join in, feel free to let me know, and we can find a place to meet up and do this again. This.
Okay.
One thing I like doing is doing convoys. So like you'll see me doing it with like Royal Wheel and Red Baron when they're available. But you know, even if I'm running solo, if you're on, feel free to let me know, and we can definitely try to meet up somewhere.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd like to just chill in this game sometimes because I do have. Oh shoot! Don't hit the guy. I do like to just relax, and it's nice you like to relax as well because
Oh yeah.
like I have the money from the other people, the little worker guys, so I just buy a whole bunch of trucks and a whole bunch of trailers and just
Yeah.
like to ride around, get to do a couple loads.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of my idea with it all too. Sorry about that. My cat was climbing on my desk. Yeah, I think we're starting to get. We should be able to make both of us make that light. I actually don't even know where we're at.
I don't stop for red lights.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Oh.
No. I keep that player near you thing up all the time, and if I look down at the minimap and there's no blue dot and no players near me, I don't stop. Most people on MultiPlayer don't stop at the red lights.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard and what mods typically say and what I usually do, like if there's no one at the light, don't worry about it. But if there's a whole bunch of people in the area, I usually stop, because I don't want to hit nobody.
Yeah, I try to stay as realistic as I can. Just
now I play full realistic when I play like single player, but
yeah,
when I'm playing multiplayer, because I'm part of a company, like it's all about how many miles I can get in and the amount of time that I have to play.
Yeah. Are you running a company load right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would join a company, just that a lot of them are really kind of sticky with their recruiting and stuff because they'll be like, hey, join us, and like, yeah, you can only go like this amount of speed and this, you have to do this and this and this and this many hours and stuff, and yeah, I don't know, I got, it's kind of like I call a squadron, a clan.
Yeah. Yeah,
They're good to have, but...
I'm in one, but it's actually just a bunch of the guys I hang out with, and we just have one. We're actually just. Oh, I didn't even turn on truck books for it either. Oh well. I don't see anyone coming. We'll kind of skim through this. It is actually, we're only in San Diego, and we gotta keep on rolling.
We got a long ways to go.
Yeah, we do. And it's 10 o'clock, holy cow. It probably didn't help that I was literally running in circles up there in California. Apparently, I really didn't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
So...
But yeah, tomorrow I gotta go finish that deck. Yeah, in real life I actually do a little bit of small trucking, like not like big trucks at all, but I do like I deliver light machinery and I do dump trucks to little ones sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to get into working for a company out here where I'm at now, driving dump truck, because I've never done dump truck before. My dad has, and I thought it would be really cool to be able to get involved in it, but fortunately that job didn't pan out. But my freelance work, I actually landed a pretty decent job as a freelancer doing software development, and then they actually hired me on full time, so I've been with them since. So.
Don't you make more money in that than you would trucking though, right? Because I mean that's from what they tell us in school and stuff. Or well, I'm not in school anymore, but I was always taught in high school, get a computer job, blah 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 blah. You make so much money, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, you do make good money. The problem is I'm in the web-based industry, so web-based applications, it's oversaturated with a lot of people.
All the tech jobs are.
Yeah, that is technically true. All the tech jobs are oversaturated with people out of country. Oh, I gotta stop. So,
and with trucking, there's like a trucker shortage right now. Like every place that you go to is going to have a CDL truckers wanted hiring.
Another thing is good truckers too, because you gotta have a trucker. Because right now it's still, predominant diesel trucks, even if they are newer ones. And a lot of people need to know how to actually use a clutch, and actually have to be able to use a manual, be able to turn, be able to back up an actual trailer properly. Which
yeah,
a lot of younger people that are coming in either don't or don't have proper training.
I mean, most places, like any of the bigger places, won't even hire you if you don't have like 2 years of over the road experience. You know what I mean?
yep, yeah.
So
if
in order to get that, you either need to know somebody who owns the company, or you have to go to a trucking school. And most of the trucking schools won't even let you get in a truck by yourself until you have 40,000 hours driving as a team driver.
Oof.
Yep, and you get paid very little doing that as well.
You don't get paid as much, but team driving, you get paid while you're sleeping because you're splitting the pay between the two of you.
Yeah, that is true.
So the truck's always moving, and you're getting paid while you're sleeping.
Yeah, but it's like for me, I got lucky with my one job. I had my father owned a business, so I actually was able to practice. It was a Class B license, so it's only straight trucks. I actually got to practice and use one of his trucks for my actual road test. So I got pretty lucky on that, which was cool. And then I worked for him for a while, driving trucks there. And I will say this, I do miss it. But I will say, my current job does pay very well. So this is actually my way of actually being able to come back and actually be able to drive trucks in a way. Not, it's not 100% realistic, but hey, it's something. So it actually keeps me happy. Because it's really hard to even just find a company that's you can go up to and say, hey, I'm willing to work on a Saturday if you need an extra driver, because a lot of companies don't work weekends, or if they do, they want you traveling out of state and stuff. It's like, and a lot of drivers or companies that need drivers want full time. So it's tough to be able to find that that as a side job, as I need once a month a company needs you to drive their truck because someone's on vacation or something. So that would be really cool if I could find something like that. But until then, I got ATS and ETS. So, why is this only 35 in here?
I don't know. Are you following the speed limit?
No, I'm doing like 60 right now. It just doesn't make sense. I can understand if it was a construction area or a housing area, but it's just...
Right.
It doesn't make
back
sense.
Up to 55 here.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hit that wall in the middle of the road?
No.
Nope.
If you blast through that construction area, there's a magical wall that appears.
Oh, I've heard of one area that has that. I turned off all the obstacles and special events. I turned those off. Although I think that there's one area that has that wall that you still hit. But no, we're actually in El Centro. Not good with. It sounds Spanish to me.
It is. A lot of the stuff down here is all Spanish. Southern California.
Would not do too well. Know a little bit of German, not Spanish. see, man, not about 3 hours. Been rolling. Think I would have been a little bit further on, but hey. Are you still back there, Burke?
Oh yeah, I'm falling asleep, but I'm still back here. You have like 63 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's fun though to cruise around with some other people and stuff. Like I said, I mean, pretty much just used to doing pretty much just mostly just do like a dedicated route because I've been playing for long enough that I know like from like San Diego to Portland, just straight up the I-5.
Yeah.
That's like, it's almost exactly 1,000 miles, and I can do it in exactly 45 minutes. There's no cities, there's like, that you go through that slow you down to 55 or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. And then I also do like Las Cruces, New Mexico to Portland, which is 1,770 miles, and it takes exactly an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
You know, when you're running with a team, it's all about efficiency. You know what I mean? Like, okay, where's all the places where it slows you down for a long period of time to do 55, then avoid those. You know, like.
Yeah.
That's where the Speditor comes in. You know, I can dispatch 4 loads or 5 loads to myself when I first get on, and then I have my pickup exactly where I dropped off. So there's no driving from one place to another, and you know, it's like I pick up, I go there, I drop off, I pick up my next load at the exact same spot. I go, you know what I mean? Just boom, 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 boom.
No, that is nice, and for me, I do like running with my own trailers, but it is cool because the only downside with that is you don't get tankers, because you can't get tankers right now, at least. And you don't have the ability to use the heavy haul trailers, which I enjoy doing. I love the heavy hauls.
I do as well.
So yeah, like I said, I own 30 trucks and probably 35 trailers. I have like 34 employees and stuff. So I mean, I have everything that there is in the game, and so like sometimes I'll do some other loads. But again, I think it just comes down to what your focus is, you know?
Yep.
I mean, it's fun every once in a while. I have this special loads and stuff too, where you haul like the mega heavy shit, where you can only play it in single player mode, and you have like pilot cars and all that stuff. But it's like, I don't know, you're driving at like 35 miles an hour for 40 minutes or something, you know? It's like, how fun is that?
Yeah. It's cool.
I can only do that maybe once a month or something, and I'm like, yeah, I remember why I don't ever do those now.
It is nice for the challenge, but that's pretty much, you know, that's kind of it.
Yeah, and I mean, I have the triple trailers and stuff, and I do loads up in Oregon and places where the triple trailers are allowed.
Yeah. See, what kind of stinks that I notice is, at least for me, the turnpike doubles, like the double 30 or 53s, they're only allowed in Nevada, I found out. Yeah. But I've actually seen people use them in Oregon, which is really odd. Because I don't know how they got that to work, because I would think like
probably
Truckers MP would...
I mean,
yeah.
Because I mean, if you're going through any of the legit markets and stuff, you know, it's not going to issue you a load that violates any kind of law or something. So I don't know, maybe they're issuing loads to themselves and there's no verification.
Anywho, guys, I gotta go though. God bless.
All
right, Stormy, man, you take it easy.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, maybe that's what they're doing. Because I noticed at one time I was running triples. Oh, that was a pain in the butt, where I had to drop off.
Yeah, I mean, even if you pick like in my settings, I just have it automatically pick the hardest parking all the time, because at the beginning I wanted the XP, you know, and the experience of doing it. But like even with the triples, like most of the time it's straight in, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've yet to hit a drop off in a triple trailer where I had to actually back the trailer up. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah. I had a tight spot and really messed it up on one of my loads. Actually in Oregon I had a triple, but the problem was it was a 2-lane road. It was a back road, so the road was narrow and they had a gate that you had to wait to open. So what ended up having to happen is I had to try to stay to the right lane as much as I can, try to get towards the curb, and then swing sharp so my truck was just to the left of the opening on the far right side of that gate, and just swing sharp to get the truck and trailer in so I can line up the trailer right. And I didn't do that the first time, and I had a hard time getting out of that parking lot. I think I even streamed it. I don't know what day I streamed it, but I had a hard time with that one. It didn't help that just before that I went in the wrong lane and I had to figure out a way to get out. So that was a joy. But yeah, I actually enjoy the challenges. I'll take triples. Turnpike doubles are always fun, so I'll run in Nevada where they're allowed, at least in game, and I'll just run turnpike doubles at times. I did do the mountain doubles once because I know they're allowed up in Oregon. So, or I'll just run these 53-foot reefers as well.
do you use the one? Does your trailer have the turning wheels on the back?
Yeah, this one has the steerable rear.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier too.
Yeah. Whenever
track's pretty true with the truck.
Yeah. Whenever I am backing into spots, I lift them because one less thing I'm dragging and friction. So I lift them. I don't know if they actually have that mechanics in game.
I don't think so, and it definitely makes it a lot easier to back them up too when the wheels turn on the trailer.
Yeah.
I leave them down all the time. I never raise the turning wheels when I run the 53-foot steerable.
Yeah, but I just lift it up because in real life for me I wouldn't, because if I'm trying to do like those sharp turns, you're gonna be dragging those those wheels bad, and I'm not sure, but the steerables, I don't know if you can actually run them both directions. You may be able to. I don't know. I haven't worked with the tag axles or steerable axles much. I've had them on one of the trucks I drove a while back, but whenever I backed up, I always lifted them up, just because I didn't know if it would follow properly.
I always thought that was the whole reason to have them was for the backing up part, because you can make way tighter turns and everything with the steerables then. And I would think that without having them on there that it would cause more wear and tear on the other wheels, because then you're like, when you're doing like your backing, you're fully pushing the tread where you actually have the steer on there. I would have thought that it'd help steer it a little bit more, and then obviously it's taking a weight off the other wheels, so you would think, or I always thought that there would be less wear and tear on the non-steerable tires. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means.
No, I'm not either. that same truck that I had, we had the standard tags, the dual wheels, non-steerable on that truck, and there was whenever I took a turn, I lifted those tags up because I did not want to pop those pancakes, because once those things pop, it sucks. But I will tell you, it was an older truck, Ford L8000. I love that that brand and that model. They were old. They obviously don't exist anymore because Ford doesn't do commercial vehicles like that anymore. But loved those trucks. It was an automatic. We called it Pokey because that thing, you know, if you were at a light and you were with any of our other trucks that we had, that light goes green, that truck will fly. That thing had so much acceleration power until you hit 45. Gearing, huh? Yeah, it had very low gearing. It was a city truck, so they had low gear ratios on the back. So you had fast acceleration until you hit 45 miles an hour. Then you were stuck right there.
Right.
So you could when I had it empty, I was able to get it to 47. So, but it was really
it's like my little Honda Grom motorcycle. It'll get up to 60 miles an hour really fast, but that's its top speed.
Yeah, but it was a really nice truck, and that one we put lift or drop or tag or I think they were lift axles because it was spring loaded, and then you just put air to drop it down. I think those are lift axles or tag axles. I don't know the difference. I can't think of the difference at least. So we had that style, and there was, you know, whenever I took turns, especially the amount of weight I put on that truck, I was always afraid, and there were some sharp turns that I would take that if, you know, I felt like twisting, if I would twist it too much and then pop the pancakes on them. But with that, it was a single axle, throwing that tag axle on it, and you put about 10 ton on that truck, it, you know, dropped that tag axle, that thing stopped as if it was empty. I'm like, holy cow, a huge difference on how just an extra set of axles on a truck hauling 10 tons would, you know, would feel. So, and then most of the trucks I actually drove typically were tandem axles anyways, but it was just the couple that I drove that were singles, it's just throwing that extra axle after loading it out, it was night and day. Probably why DOT said you could only haul so much weight per axle. I'll be honest, I got this truck down to the floor.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you haul it?
11 ton. So I'm actually, oh, well, it might help if I shift up the gear.
11,000 pounds or?
10 or 11 ton. So 22,000.
I gotcha.
It probably would have helped if I shifted up a gear. I was maxed out on my RP. I was maxed out at 21.
16th speed.
Yeah. Yeah, this truck maxes out at 2100 RPMs. Wow, I did not know that. All right, now I don't feel too bad now. Now I'm pushing a little. And 8 low, so 15th gear. Ooh. We're gonna have to slow down. There's gonna be a bend coming up here.
Yeah, I can do 80 around this corner, no problem.
Oh, jeez.
No problem.
Now, do you have realism set on your game? Like the realistic physics, or?
Yeah, well, I'm running it at 0.5 on the truck stability, trailer stability, and the suspension. So like default is 1, full realism is 0, and I'm running 0.5. I'm running halfway.
Okay.
But I mean, we're hauling like the plows. What I'm hauling right now, like with 3,000 pounds on it, like it doesn't really affect that much. I mean, you get the cab roll in your view, which is kind of which is cool, and I mean, it will get up on half its wheels pretty regularly if you're hauling any amount of weight and going fast. But with those settings and these lighter loads, like I said, I can pretty much set my cruise control at 80 miles an hour and go from anywhere to just about anywhere without ever really
slowing down.
Yeah. I mean, like over the grapevine and stuff or whatever, I'll slow down to like 74 miles an hour if I'm heading north, and about 77 miles an hour if I'm heading south. But just like right when you get to the peak, and then it immediately picks back up to 80. So
yeah. Jack got a little quiet today, or at this point.
Did you take that exit right back there?
Nope, I'm still hauling. I think I'm gonna be on this for a while, on Interstate 10 for a while. Yeah, we're pretty much gonna be following Interstate 10.
Should go almost all the way to right through Alamogordo.
Yeah. So this is pretty much the final stretch, I feel. San Simon, that's where we're heading to right now.
I was just wondering, because I'm pegged at 80, and it looks like, according to my players near you, like you're still getting further away from me somehow.
I'm about 82.
Okay. I was just making sure. I thought maybe you got off or something. I was like, wait.
No, I was running about 80. I was actually still accelerating past 80. I'm like, oh. Yeah, it says 75. I'm sure trucks should be doing 65 around here, but my GPS says 75, so 80 sounds about right.
It is 75 because I have my GPS set to truck max speed, not car max speed. So 75 should be the regular speed.
What would be really nice if they can actually get a couple more brands in this game. It'd be nice to see.
2 more. There'll be 2 more coming in the next update.
Oh.
They'll have the Freightliner Cascadia as one of them.
Oh,
and
nice.
The God, what's the other one? I think it's the International
Pro Star,
Western Star or something. Pro Star, maybe? I don't know. I thought it was a Western Star, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I think Western Star is actually a brand.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
But I know the Cascadia is one of them for sure.
Yes, it would be so nice to jump into a Freightliner. A Freightliner and even an International.
So they'll have those. Washington State, and then another guy I was talking to said that he knows a developer for the company, and that they said that they're going to have truck washes in the game, where like when you after you drive for a while, your truck will get dirty and you'll have to pull through a truck wash. But that'll be kind of cool, I guess.
Yep. All right, so they're bringing more trucks in. That's actually really cool. I'd like to see.
I guess they've been in like talks with Freightliner like for a long time, just trying to get like the licensing and everything.
Yeah. Because I understand in the beginning it was kind of tough for them because, you know, you have to, I don't know if it's they have to pay for it in order to get it.
Oh
or
yeah, I'm
it's
sure they do.
just-
I'm sure they do. It's probably not cheap.
Yeah. They probably have the money to actually invest in it. It's like, which is good.
And then the guy who I was talking to that told me about the truck washes, he works for a company up in Washington State that does testing on like new trucks that haven't came out yet. And he said that the company that makes this game actually contracted with the company he works for, and they came out and like put cameras on all the trucks and microphones on the exhaust, and like a bunch of the in-game
nice.
sounds and stuff are all like based on the recordings that they made. So
Nice.
that's a lot of work and effort for them to get new trucks in the game because they're that thorough about it, you know? They don't just throw some truck sound and everything in there, which is nice.
Oh yeah. And Big Country 5481, welcome and thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a good day. I have actually Rick and myself were in the middle of a convoy. I just made it through. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you get to pass through that truck stop or that way station?
I don't stop for way stations either.
Okay, so he got the green light on that one. We just made it to Mexico. Just so you know, kind of what we've been doing is I started out in Medford, Oregon, and we've been literally driving the coast all the way down, or coast of California all the way down, and we are actually delivering to. I'm interested in joining a VTC for American Truck Simulator. Right now I'm actually in one. It's kind of a few of my buddies, but you never know. It may be something I can look into, maybe of interest in the near future, because it sounds like a lot of fun. I know, you know, a few people are in it. I've heard like Viva is one of the bigger ones. Rick, I know you're in one as well. So
yeah, we were first last month. We were number one.
That's right. Yeah, I remember you saying that. But
yeah, like a Viva, 12-pack, Silent Squad, Team Monsters. Those are all like the top 5 virtual trucking companies and truck books.
Yeah, the one that I'm in right now is just a bunch of us in another community that I'm in. That I was kind of talking about earlier. And it's just a bunch of us, you know, they started one so we can kind of work together in it. So, but it's still, you know, something I was thinking of possibly doing as well in addition. You know, whenever I hang out with them, I do truckloads for them, and maybe if I want to try to get involved in some of the other VTCs, it might be something of interest. So you can always, not sure what VTC you're which VTC you're in. Big Country. Up, passing the El Paso exit. Oh, I'm hauling at 85 miles an hour. Oops. A little too fast. Because I think, aren't you stuck at 80? Or you can't go any faster than 80?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Can't go any higher than 80 for it to count as regular miles.
Yeah. So I'll slow down a little bit here. We're in Las Cruces. We're passing through Las Cruces now. Nope. Well, the city slowed me down anyways.
Yeah. This is one of those towns I was talking about. So like we just passed Highway 70 a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier if you cut through the middle of Las Cruces because it only slows you down to 55 for a short period of time. This is going to keep us at 55 all the way down along that whole loop along the bottom of Las Cruces and all the way back up, and even a little ways on the 70. We're going to be at 55 for a while going this way.
Good to know.
The things you learn, you know, when you're trying to compete for miles, you know.
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, I was just trying to shoot the whole lower end.
No, it's all good, man. I'm in it for the duration now. I'm committed.
Yeah. I gotta shift down a little bit just so I actually have some speed. I'm not running at like 10 or 1,000 RPMs. And we're gonna do a nice little loop around.
Yeah, I drop down into 15th gear when I'm in these 55-mile-an-hour ones. It puts me at like 17,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
That way, when it hits, I got some good RPMs, you know.
Yep. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. We should be able to...
It's like you exited the city, you entered the city, you exited, like we're back at 50 now. So it does this all the way back up to 70.
Yeah.
Highway 70.
I think we're almost getting there anyways. We're at 70 miles left, so we're getting there. Not too bad. And for, let's see...
Hit this little exit here because it's gray for me.
Oh, yep.
I'm gonna hit that area real quick.
I'm gonna have to get some gas soon. I'm at a quarter of a tank.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like when you're driving with a trucking company, is make sure you turn off the realistic fuel consumption. Because that's why like we don't stop at the weigh stations. We don't use realistic fuel because then you have to stop more often.
Yeah. Alright, I took this exit over here.
Things. Yeah, I'm right behind you. You know, pretty much keep that tab window open like at all times so you can always see the players near you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can drag that box anywhere that you want it, and you can also make it transparent to where you can see the names, but it doesn't obstruct your view.
Yeah.
So I just have mine open all the time in the upper right-hand corner, almost full transparency, where I can still see my rear view mirrors and everything.
Oh, nice.
It also helps for when you're trying to like talk to people in the CB and stuff, because if their name doesn't show up on there, they can't hear you on the CB.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't use the CB too much. Like right now I have it off. But that was because last time I was actually streaming, or not the last time, but when I had it on last, people start just screaming constantly, which it gets annoying. So I just mute it up, so I don't even, you know, I feel bad for those who are actually trying to get some information from me, but it's those who act like children, I guess, or
doing it for everybody.
Yeah. Because actually, I thought it was a neat little feature that they put in in the game. So it was like, awesome. This is a nice change. And then all of a sudden, you start hearing people yelling in their microphone. It's like, oh my gosh.
I just turned the volume down. You can go in and adjust your CB volume.
Yeah.
So I just have it adjusted to where it's kind of low.
Yeah, I actually learned that you can click the actual CB and actually turn up and down the volume, and as well as changing the channel. I was like, well, that is actually really cool. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
And I feel bad, I didn't switch my Streamlabs back to the live mode, so I'm hoping I'm not missing anyone who has well, no one was here. I hope I'm not missing anyone who is, you know, followed. I know I got big city or big country. Yeah, big city, big country. But if anyone else has already, I do apologize for missing you, and I do appreciate your follows. Definitely come back for more. We're actually almost at our drop off, which is nice. Make sure I don't ruin my load too much. Granted, I don't think I have anything fragile right now.
But if you want, I can give you those commands too. You said that you enabled the developer console already through the config file, or?
Yeah, I should have. I can find out once we get in, because yeah, it won't let me do it right now. I should have at least. I thought I went in and actually set it to true. Although I hit the tilde button, it didn't do anything, so. But I don't know if it will disable it if I
My turn's right here to the right, by the way.
Yeah, mine is too. This is a neat little although
nice little corner here.
Yeah, my trailer's a little long for that, but I got it. No one's around.
Mine's at this Eddie's or whatever on the left-hand side.
Okay, I'm right here at Sell Goods.
Roger that.
And let's see how good I can back into my parking spot. I'm no expert, I will admit that. But I definitely know, do not do blindside backing because it is not easy to do. And the worst part is, half the time when you... Oh, I've had my tag axles up this whole time. But I do know half the areas that they have you backing in this game, I don't know why, but they always make them so it is your blind side. Or you have to just do a bunch of maneuvering just to get it so you can do your driver's side. And now I can't see because of the stack. So I gotta use my mirrors on this one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little crooked, but I'm within the box. I think I did pretty good. I almost thought they actually added the sound for you squealing your wheels as you're turning it if your truck's off. Hey, I'm at... Oh, wow. Got almost a full... like a whole level of skill on that one. Now I'm at 27, almost done. Probably should start working on fuel economy. There's a bunch of people hauling over here. Wow, they're hauling. Definitely one of those guys that don't stop. Oh, I can't even turn left out of here. And run on the oops, got trailer damage.
All right, I'm probably gonna get off the ATS for a bit.
Yeah, no, I think I'm actually gonna call it a night myself. It is.
That is good running with you.
Yes, definitely. You know, if you see me on and you want to join in, feel free to let me know. It was actually fun as well. But you have a wonderful evening, and
all right,
forever.
You do the same.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
And yes, stream, we are about to finish up here. I'm just trying to, oops. I'm trying to find a good spot to park. Which will probably be the gas station because I do need gas anyways. And I know my luck, I'm going to be sent back to good old Fresno because that happens all the time. Oops. Gosh, I keep on forgetting to shift into my high range. I don't know why. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? So, for those of you who are still chilling with us, feel free, if you're interested in joining the Discord channel, you can actually do !Discord. That will give you the access to my Discord channel where you can actually see when the next time I will be streaming. Just so you know, it is also on my Discord or on my Twitch channel. So the next time I will see you guys on will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I definitely look forward to you guys joining in, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys later.